Anything else but table body right now?
You know, the body all of a sudden.
Yeah, boy.
You put your cape yesterday. You take off your cape
Yeah,
already.
I take off my cape. I take off my cape. I take off my cape.
No.
But I've been feeling like that a while now. Honestly speaking, the discussion I was having on the way here, I was feeling that type of way.
Well, we'll get into that there, so we'll get into that there, so. Good morning again to everybody outside there in Radio Land, all the people in the maxis and taxis. Say yeah, especially those on the bus route. Yeah, I know you all must be listening in the morning, so morning to all of y'all, and hope you all have a safe day outside there. It is what it is. It is a very interesting day. We will be broadcasting live from Tobago tomorrow, so you will hear us in the Tobago space tomorrow on many issues that the Tobago issues are having. Tobago is having. I have some. I had some questions. Well, when THA, when PDP was going up in Tobago, right? I had myself and Robert. We had every Thursday before the election, we would have a session with Tobago people, namely Farley and Faith Brebner, or Faith. What was her name? What was her name before, boy? It was something before Brebner. Faith Israel, yes, right. And we will be talking about all the things that we would have loved to have seen in Tobago. That was in the first stint, and we gave them airtime and whatever the case may be, and they got in and they won the election. That time it was 6-6, right? And they ended up getting and winning the seat under PDP, right? With I remember the days of Duke, Watson Duke was fighting the good fight. He and Tasha Boris. I remember stopping a couple times to watch he and Tasha Boris dealing with the issues of building roof for people. There was really fixing people roof all over the place in Tobago. And I especially liked that because I saw them, in a different concept, a different light, a different way they operate. And so it was very interesting to see, they operated and they got in. They was fighting for the seat and whatever, and fighting until they got in. They convinced the Begonians that PNM is not good for them, right? So they got in, they got one opposition, and he was the only opposition person, and he got into the House of Assembly as the minority leader and so on. I remember these days very clearly, right? And well, the bacchanal start with when he went, there was a group going to some country, I can't remember what it was, and they didn't get financing in time. And that is where the bacchanal start with the PDP, the THA, opposition, everything started right there. When he started to come on the media and talk about they didn't get no money and they started a fight and bacchanal and whatever. And ups, they say, what's going on? We really don't want that problem. We really don't want that problem. So we're going to form our own party. And the TPP was born. The TPP had no name, it had no symbol, it had nothing yet.
I thought it was toilet paper at first.
I really seriously I thought
I thought it was toilet paper. I was like TT what? You know what I did? So it is now, boy.
So they came in and they were saying, well, here what's going on? We going and form your own party because we fed up our thoughts to look at this stupidness. And all the foolish shenanigans that was said in the press against this one and that one and whatever. And everybody decide, yeah, what's going on? We had enough of you, Watson Duke. We're going to form our own party. So we form our own party, wanting to get in to try to make the split between the PDP in the THA and the sitting party in THA, which was the PDP, into another entity. So they end up coming up with this name TPP. They end up coming up with this symbol, the anchor, and it ended up being the TPP. And for the first 6 months or 8 months or I should say, nobody really know who was the TPP. They were still believing that the PDP well, they were trying to make the transition. It was a real kind of funny kind of, for all those who were watching, this is how I saw it, right? This is how it came across to me. It came across like, hey, we're going to change this thing.
Yeah.
But we don't know what we're going to change it to. But we know that we like-minded.
Mm-hmm.
We have enough people. And we have everything else.
And we have people who want to come on board.
And we have people who want to come on board. Yeah. Rightly so.
That is
right?
What it was, yeah.
And it ended up being, we're going with the TPP.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the new party that's going to replace the PDP. And for a whole year, nobody didn't really take on the TPP like that. They didn't really focus. There was like, yeah, it's the PDP that win, but there was a new party now, but we ain't too sure what the party is kind of thing. Mm-hmm. That's how it came across to me. You know, and it started to morph itself, mm-hmm. and start getting more entrenched into the politics, because remember, was a PDP ticket they won on.
Mm-hmm.
They won on that the 14 seats and the 15th, which was what's new seat.
Yeah.
They had to find a way to break away from his one, which was the only opposition leader at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, you had the 14 members now sitting here going on. We fall under the TPP, whoever the hell that was at the time.
At the time,
right? Nobody didn't really know, but all they know is it was on a PDP ticket that they won. Mm-hmm. So they came in and they started to do their thing, basically. Mm-hmm. Well, we get leave out from that equation. When they win, we get leave out. After all the endorsement we get them, let them talk on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Every Thursday, we would either interview Farley or interview Faith Israel or anybody else in the THA kind of, well, there wasn't the THA then, but, and after that, we get kicked out. Nobody don't want to hear we again. They used to answer every phone call.
Oh, Lord.
Till Faith Brebner promised me a Lanty pea soup. I never forget that. She promised me a Lanty pea soup anytime I come to Tobago. And I never get on that after that. So since they're in government, they have not answered our phones since then, since they get into government to now. From all that promotion that we gave them, yeah, they never answer their phone. Me or Robert. Since then. But nevertheless...
Like feel like you get used?
Well, yeah, we were total feelings before. But nevertheless, that is part of the politics, right? So we come and chalk that up to part of the politics. So tomorrow I'll be interviewing a couple of them on the program, you know, as impartial as I can.
Let me tell you something. I being honest with you, I would as much as you're trying to say impartial, I know all you teach me that sometimes you need to just be able to put your toe over the line and bring it back.
Right.
I would have watched she blank face and say, Faith, with my bowl of soup.
Nah, I can't actually do that. I was tempted to, but I can't.
Well, here what? Just for you're the senator in a subliminal way. If you don't want to actually walk with a soup bowl. Just sit down, eat it, but just watch.
I am the ultimate professional, and I have a certain level of when I have to be professional, I will be professional. I will not descend myself into any kind of ad hoc politics or anything like that. Even though I may have preconceived notions, I pride myself in not doing that.
You still mixing up. I know this is not about politics, you know. This is a bowl of lentil pea soup. That is what this is about.
Well, I want a bowl of soup. But nevertheless, you know what I mean? She's a good lady and they're doing pretty well.
Yeah, I was always a fan of her.
I like some of the concepts that they have now that they want to bring in.
I was a fan of her because of how she dealt with COVID.
Yeah,
she was very transparent, boy. You had to get even one that boy. She was a boss with that.
She was a boss. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll be in Tobago interviewing on topics, you know, that we have about, you know, how the hotel situation going, how the new airport is going to affect them, and all these different things. So I look forward to having that interview, you know, as succinctly as I can, you know, to bring across the actual THA concepts of what they are going to be doing for Tobago, basically, right? Especially with that new airport. That airport is well, they touted it as having 3 million people passing through it a year, which is almost non-impossible, but 3 million people cannot hold Well,
they plan to tell everybody in Tobago every 2 weeks walk through the airport.
nah, no one they touted it. They with PNM touted it as 3 million people passing through for the year in that airport. So let's see what comes about, because we know we only have about 100,000 people passing through. Maybe every 6 months.
Well, maybe they have a tourism plan boost to come in.
We'll find out. We'll hear all the exciting stuff that they have planned, because I know TVP is inside, and they have the mandate from the people to deliver on the things that they said they were going to deliver on. So let's see where they go. You know what I mean? Let's hear what their projected plans are, and what where they're going and how they're going. You know what I mean? I love Tobago, and I love the way that it operates. I feel like you and me talking to Stanley last night. I feel like you're trying to rub salt in my wound kind of way. No.
Yeah. Yes, for the people on the radio, I've never been to Tobago. I've been other places, but I've never been there. And it's because I felt like it was just right there, so I didn't bother to show interest to go.
Date for you. Day for you. Especially for you. Yeah. Because you're supposed to have gone to Tobago.
Yes.
Tobago
I've
is a beautiful place. The roads are almost
pristine.
Like
what I was
the
seeing
landscaping
in St. Lucia
is just
for him driving around.
The what?
Like what I was seeing in St. Lucia when I show speed was driving around, and I trying to figure out if them have a bigger pitch league than we, or now they're so smooth.
It is very, very well. Most of those islands actually have smooth roads there. Most of those islands.
So what happened to you?
I don't know, boy. I really don't know. But most of those islands, they have excellent roads, because Barbados has good roads. Antigua has good roads. St. Lucia has perfect roads. Jamaica has some little potholes. I
beginning to think
I go there in a while, but
I beginning to think the more money your country has, the worse your roads has been, though. Because how we have more money and worse roads, boy?
I don't know. I got to ask them an easier question. Ask my easier question. That question too hard, because I don't understand.
Okay, so let me ask you ask you an easier question. Can we create some kind of clause that charges companies with quarrying trucks a fee for passing on certain roads? And the reason why I'm saying that is the trucks that do the quarrying in the Saddle Road area, they mashing up that old road.
Morning.
I want to get the system some blows.
Morning.
Why it is for years upon years we have seen shortage in district medical officers.
A shortage of district.
You see what happened on the highway yesterday where that body had to stand the ground for hours.
Oh, well,
because we hardly had DMOs in the country.
That has been going on for the last
for
decades. In terms of 3 and 4 hours for a DMO to come to you. I don't know why this takes so long. I really don't know why this takes so long. I don't know what is the problem. We'll see. All right, thanks.
Give the system some blow.
All right, okay.
We ain't sharing licks, but I was getting.
We have our time to share licks. They're after 10, so you can call back and get them the licks then.
But I understand where you're coming from, and this is what I'm saying. You want certain developments to take place and thing, and it's nice to see that Tobago is getting some they're getting steered in the correct direction, hopefully with Fali. I've always said that Tobago culture seems so much different to Trinidad own. For the few people that I have as friends as Tobagonians, I can tell you that education is very high on their mantle, boy. They are very educated.
Who does?
The Tobagonian people.
Right.
For the friends that I have, yeah, boy, book sense like that, book sense leaking out of the pores.
Right, okay.
They push education very high, and I always felt like it was such a big culture shift.
Right.
Between the two islands,
Right.
And I always ask my friend, I say, is it true that Tobagonians hate Trinidadians? She says it's not that we hate Trinidadians, She just says just has a lot of...
Just have no blasted behavior.
Yes,
we have no behavior.
She said you all have... her words was, you all have no decorum.
We have no decorum. But then we be shouting out in restaurant, yeah, girl, bring the juice there for me. In top of the line restaurant,
That is just we culture, I guess.
That kind of dunce behavior that be going on over there. Everything in a hustle,
listen what has started to happen there. I think Trinidad culture is starting to affect Tobago culture because of social media at that point.
That's the way they are. if you go over Tobago, you'll understand what I'm telling you. When you go to Tobago and you experience certain things in Tobago, certain areas in Tobago, you will understand that is the way that they operate. They have their own styling, but they're very raw at it in terms of how they things that we would be abhorrent to, they would just operate us. That's what I'm telling you. And it took me a while to understand. And then nobody came about 3 or 4 years ago and told me that. And I was like, interesting. Just after that TPP scenario with the calling and wherever, right? He would have called in and say, yeah, they understand the culture in Tobago. It's around let's say 80% of the people in Tobago are employed by the THA, including the URP, the CPEP, all these different things. But they run every day like a business.
Okay.
Right? Because they're expected to. They have coordinators that go around and check it. They run a different type of CPEP, a different type of URP kind of thing.
Do you think that their systems could be implemented here and work?
Yes, it can. But the problem is, this is what they're doing.
Oversight.
This is what they're doing right now with the NPOPs program. The same type of
more oversight and more skill base.
Yeah, and not contractually based.
Right.
You know, like contractors eating our big food, and then there are people working.
A full-time job.
Right? And everything outside of that in the THA, everybody does want to do the business, but they're doing it like a hustle.
Right.
They don't approach it like a business. Okay. Like every customer coming in the door is valuable to you, and you treat them a certain way, you speak to them a certain way, you respect them in a certain way, so they will come back. Right. You know that kind of way? It is not like that. So, it is like, if you want it, you want it. If you don't want it, well, the hell about it, you know. You know that kind of way? Yeah. That's how that's operating in Tobago. So they ain't really business with the average Joe. But the customer service is poor in most instances in terms of how they
really
very poor.
But I've always heard the opposite though.
How you hearing the opposite from who? Who you hearing that from?
Well, I always thought the tourism.
The tourism is stinks. It is
okay.
worse.
Is it that it stinks to Trinidadians but not to
the whole internationally? Anybody international tourism and people who come there, they okay, like in let's say,
so they'll just say it's beautiful, but they'll just say the customers, they'll just say the customer service stinks.
Is very poor, very, very poor.
Wow, that is outside, something I'm learning, because I wasn't aware of that.
You will see that. You will see that for yourself whenever you go there. You'll see that for yourself.
You sure it's just a case that they just don't like Chinese decorum, boy?
No, because our decorum is not more than them own.
But I always thought we were so different to them.
Nobody. They don't operate. They just operate jet ski. They just operate them thing and them like it's a hustle. Everything is a hustle. That is why a boat can take a whole 75, and they want to put 75 more people on the boat, and them kind of thing, and go sailing as normal. They want to rent anybody a jet ski and just go out and think that just don't go there. But you can go around on that side and them kind of thing. That's how them is operate over there.
So in other words, I don't want to sound bad, but in other words, technically I miss nothing.
No, you're missing nothing.
So in other words, all you just tell me is, boy, just go to see what it look like.
Yeah, just see what it look like. To get a feel for it yourself.
Yeah, but it not. But other than that, you're not missing anything.
No, not missing anything. Not really. But it's a lovely place. When you go to the Nyland pool and thing, lovely place, extraordinary, right? It have everything over there that is worth it, right? Things like I want to see things like the drifting going on over there. I want to see things like trails going on over there, which is what they have in train right now. Things like trails for hashing, for running, for mountain bike riding, for all these different pieces. I would love to see go-kart track. It should have one over there. It should also have a water park like Harry's. Should have a water park, like things like that. You know, would bring the place.
More tourism. Because I know they have a drift tournament, I just watch that every year.
But the training for culinary arts, I think it is getting better. Or it has gotten better because of TTHTI, the one that was done Shagrama's Day.
Hotel school.
Yeah, a lot of them went to that hotel school, right? Okay. So the standard of catering.
I always say that was a big mistake, that closing down, you know.
Yeah, but the standard of catering coming back up. Like for instance, Comfort Inn has the best chef, best consistent chef ever. He is really, really good at what he does.
But the way why you say, people say, boy, you ain't know a good curry crab and dumpling unless you got to be curry crab. So all of that is overrated.
Not like that. Not like that. Not like that anymore. It used to be like that when Miss Jean and all of them was over
there. Because you know what my big thing to go to Tobago was for? When I heard it has somebody on the beach that makes like drops and bread out of a stone oven.
Yeah, that's stone oven and them kind of thing. Yeah.
And my partner had brought back drops
if
from
you go
Tobago
across Castara, if you go across Castara, is the best dot oven bread you can get.
When I taste that drop, so I really like drops. When I taste the drop, so I watch him. So I say, bro, I'll go to Tobago just to sit down next to this person with a cup of chocolate with no sugar in it and just eat drops all day. I would just go for that.
No, trust me, it's nice. Tobago is nice. There's a restaurant over, a kind of breakfast place down at the bottom of the hill, just before you meet the beach. Excellent. That host is excellent. He is different from the rest in terms of how you got a nice coconut bake with saltfish, bhaji, that kind of stuff. You get nice. And his hospitality is excellent. He's one of the very few you could talk about in terms of hospitality. But it has so many things that are out there. Look like an island pool. The man is covering with a ball boat, a little kind of pirogue with alcohol snow cone and thing.
My friend.
Right, that is something newly additional to the island pool. Excellent. You know what I mean?
Because me and the boys were supposed to, the second time we were supposed to go was with my friend, and we end up cancelling the trip last minute. And she sent me photos.
It have old school a roti place right opposite Stumpy's Emporium down in that street there. Excellent roti is getting. Excellent roti. Well, the customer service, alright. It alright. But generally, the attitude you get from some of the people and them over there is like, wow, it's leave much to be desired.
Okay.
No kind of skills, they just operating. And no man's land is just even worse in terms of, I don't want to go on no man's land in terms of
no man should go there.
No
man should go to no man's land.
The culinary arts are just no standard. It's just there. That kind of way, no standard. A man rolling a hustle over there. Them kind of things.
You get some hustle coconut bake with hustle saltfish.
You just get more doubles and that kind of thing, doubles and polori and thing, and then have a man selling lobster and them kind of thing. But it's not really. It's not to the standard. You just know a chef, boy. You just know a chef, and you just know a river cook.
Don't get air.
No,
you have to be careful with that statement because it has some men from up by Cora, they done you.
Very good.
It has some Cora men.
It has very good river cooks.
Done you with that talk.
Yes, but
big up all the Cora men and
there's a difference between a chef and a river cook. A river cook will hire licking all your elbow when you're done.
Well, okay, right.
Because they're very good at what they do naturally.
Right.
But they are not chefs.
Right.
A chef is a different kind of... You ever see a chef that prepare meals?
Yeah, with plating and things. I was
not
learning
just
it
plating,
and all
not
them
just
things.
plating.
Yeah.
In terms of how they approach...
Yes.
Okay, when you're eating, you eat with your eyes first.
Right.
So if you pick up a fork and you see a whole rice grain in it, that just turn off your whole experience.
Boy, there we do go down.
Because presentation is everything. How you look. How you put on your apron, how you put on your gloves, how you put on your chef hat. All these different things. Your apron can be brong, every minute you're wiping your hand in the apron. Them kind of thing. That's what I'm talking about in terms of presentation and the culinary arts. There are things that you learn in the culinary arts that a river cook wouldn't know. Right? But they will cook excellent for you. I dread duck. I dread everything for you. But they just have an extra flair. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
An extra flair in how they deliver.
Okay.
You understand? So that's the difference between a river cook and a chef. Right? Because even if a chef is cooking a big restaurant, right? Even if he's cooking a big... When he come by the river, you ever notice how does be?
Yeah.
You just know a chef. From the time a man start to operate, you just know a chef, how his movements are, how he's operate. And you could see like some of them people in no man's land is river cook. But
trying
not
to play chef.
Trying to play chef kind of thing. And I'm sorry to say, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I don't lie on people. I just gate street.
Okay.
I give it street. You know, so things like that is what I would would highlight. But the island, I would love you to go to the island.
So since you're talking about roti and you're coming off food, in Trinidad, which roti shop you think is overrated? If you had
Overrated?
To choose, yes, that is overrated. That the optics of what they sell is not as how everybody else hype it up.
No, I don't want to say any other. I don't like.
I was trying to put it as funny.
I don't like to because I'm a businessman myself, and I don't like to down a man business.
Mm-hmm.
When he telling himself you're on top of the game,
Yeah.
and he's not really on top of the game.
Okay,
You know that kind of way? But it have one right here on this road here.
Okay.
On this road here. That
Yeah.
have a big rating.
Yeah.
But it ain't all that.
Well, I will just say that lobster roti is overrated. So if I say that, you should know where I comment from.
Nah, I wouldn't say that at all. I wouldn't say that at all. That one up so? Up so?
Up so,
Yeah.
overrated.
You find that lobster roti overrated?
The whole roti shop overrated.
Why has been licking my whole elbow when I go there? boy?
Overrated.
We talking about, boy?
Overrated. Listen, overrated.
You sure?
I'm telling
I
you,
have never heard.
Listen,
I have never heard anyone.
because people just lie.
There's lie?
There's
nah.
lie.
The people that I deal with, them don't lie. Them just tell it straight.
Listen.
And if I introduce them to that
am
about twice or
telling
three
you,
times.
I am telling you,
Well,
it is overrated.
boy, I don't think so. I don't share your opinion.
But
I eat it twice
different.
already,
But
and I was happy with what I
And
spent for it.
both times that I've had one of the signatures and I've had one of the regulars, and both times I was highly disappointed.
Highly disappointed, boy.
Highly,
Are you disappointed in that, boy?
highly. If I had to give my rating personally to who I like, but I find the standards dropping lately, it would be Sylvie's and Sour.
Yeah, boy. Sylvie's really kind of wild. Hello, good day.
Hello, good morning.
Good day. X,
Yes.
me
good day.
understand it. You telling me, man, that you are partners who don't lie. You the village help. And he kind of convinced you that they overrated. That is his opinion. What must he not
No, well, I tell him I find it over. I don't find it overrated. I find it is excellent. For strange roti and tasting so good. Nah, that tastes good, boy. That tastes
No. Yeah, I wasn't signaling out the lobster roti, you know.
But you see the lobster roti?
No.
We're going back on.
Hold on.
Come now, man.
You remember we said we wasn't going to call
Uh-huh.
the business.
Uh-huh.
So that is why I went with lobster roti, because there's other roti shops that do lobster roti. But when I say
Which other shop does lobster roti beside them high end
that's what I'm saying. There's other stores that do it. So, but what I said,
But that one
I couldn't
also-
use the name.
that one up so
But Upso could be
By
anywhere.
the roundabout.
So I just
By
go right
the roundabout.
Upso.
by the roundabout.
That is making it too specific, but Upso, yeah.
Nah, I can't agree with you there.
Well, okay then.
I can't agree with you there. I think it's different. Hello, good day.
Okay.
Hello, good day. Yeah, I can't share your opinion with that. That's all. So I'm trying to get in Roger here. Which one is that line? That line's supposed to be ringing.
PC1 is
Not ringing. Hello, good day. Hello, good day. Oh. Hello, good day. Hello?
Hello.
Right, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. X, I like talking to you, you know. You my kind of person.
Yeah.
X, I've been to Tobago a good few times. I took my wife, I go on vacation, I stayed in Tobago all over, eat all over Tobago, all jet ski, everything. X, we have a gem of an island, Tobago. And you know, and hopefully this new government do mess it up. I've been to a lot of different vacation places. And I've been to Punta Cana overrated Punta Cana compared to Tobago Island. I've been to a lot of visited places also, but I won't say, but let me be wrong. Tobago, that's a gem of a place. I took my wife who have never been to Tobago, she had to there. We went and we spent time there. My sisters all over. I never tell them there. that vacations for Tobago, be back, I would say about 80% of the places around the world.
You know what? You know what?
The beat back about 80% of people that go on vacation. I mean, I live in Florida. Florida is a gem of a place. The beaches in Florida are the West Coast, beautiful. East Coast, good beaches. But Tobago is a nice place. And the government need to make Tobago where people would say, okay, I'm going on a boat cruise vacation. Tobago should be the first name on the list. Because Tobago have I went to Punta Cana one island pool also, but not to compare to Tobago one. I mean, I've been to the hotel building in Punta Cana. You don't even drink the water. You have to I mean, I'm telling you, you even can't get good internet service in Punta Cana.
All right.
You can't go. Yeah, Tobago is the best one. You are my food like to talk to me later, man.
All right, cool, yeah, man.
Okay, well, we wasn't saying that Tobago wasn't the best in terms of looks and
I
things.
saying it was the best. I just say that
we were saying that the
elements,
customer service in some places
is poor.
is
super
abysmal.
poor in some areas.
It's abysmal, and that is what we were saying.
I go by
we
some
down
place
in Tobago.
I sit down with my boy there and we sit down and drinking and having a wine. And them getting them operating like if that parlor they're operating and they barely come
that's
to
the
the
thing.
table.
I think, and you see like how with the roti shop thing, right? And this is why I tell people, even with like look, I have a food review page I supposed to launch a while now, and I just been procrastinating about it.
Right.
But a lot of our culture, we don't understand that. They don't understand that people are entitled to their opinions. Their taste buds might not be the same. Right, there's a couple of things, right? So, like I said, with that roti shop experience, for me and my brother, we felt that it wasn't. We didn't get the hype when we tried it. We was like, it you know. But I told him, I said, I told him, nah. I tell him, I said, but people, it have other people that would overrate it and say this. It's same way like how I tell you, I was jealous all day every time I see all with the Mulao jersey. Because I want to try Chef Finbar stuff, but I don't know how to get onto him. But I see people that trash him a lot. Just recently, he was getting trashed a lot online because people felt like paying that amount of money for fish and fries was ridiculous. Now, the thing with me is this. I just try to tell people to practice something that, and I don't know if it's maybe because I came so close to dying that I have a different appreciation for life. But I just try to tell people life is experience and you only have one.
Right.
So try to experience as much as you can. So Carlin, that fish and chips cost $100 and something.
$120, I think.
Understand that there's a day that you mightn't be here to even know what fish tastes like. So live in the experience. So, so I guess even for me, the Tobago experience will come eventually, hopefully sooner than later. But we have to understand that the world was given to us to experience things. And you need to try to experience as much as possible. And I think
I just pride myself in not being known out there. My face is not being known. Because I don't really like the fame kind of thing, right? Now, when I go to the supermarket and think my voice is sell out most of the time.
Yeah,
right?
same thing with me.
So like people would they say
my
talk
voice,
again. I
you
want to
will
tell
believe
you
my voice just sell me out more than my face and my face online. People just be like, I hear your voice, use the fella from so. That is how the voice is selling out.
Well, I get that in the supermarket plenty times, right? People just be like, talk again.
Yeah.
You and my sex. And them kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
When I go to TNTech functions, especially, plenty people know me from TNTech for some reason. And they just walk up to me and, well, they know me. I don't know how they know me, but there's, but I kind of pride myself in not being a public figure like that. And that works to my advantage because when I go like Tobago, for instance, and nobody don't know who I am, I get to experience the raw culture. The raw, I don't want anybody dressed up anything. I don't like fresh paint. I don't like fresh paint at all. Not because I come in you're okay, like in Tinder and thing, but I go certain places, I just don't want people to know who I am.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't exert my authority
I just feel so the
either.
same way. Yeah.
I don't exert my authority either.
I doesn't expect anybody to treat me special at all.
But when I get in real rotted service, I will say something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll
And I will use my hat on you if I have to. You know, but other than that, nobody will know who I am. You know, so I kind of stay in the background, and it allows me the opportunity to see the thing for what it is.
Yeah, for who they really are.
Right?
Yeah,
Not because you're dealing with somebody who has maybe a celebrity status or whatever. You would deal with them different. Because I was talking about the fresh paint. I don't want no fresh paint. I want to be able to do it
you
normal.
I just thank God that with the popularity that came with the platform, I just thank God it never switched my personality. Like my view would always be that I want the best for Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
But I am not going to sit here and pretend not to be biased that I want the best for Afro-Trinbagonians.
Right.
I want them to have the best education. I want them to have the best health care. I want the children to do great in schools. I want them to have business. I want them to put on the guns and stop the violence and thing. I want it because there's a part in my brain that just knows, like, I believe every black community in the world could be like Wakanda if we apply ourselves.
Well, we're not applying myself, so to get that out of your head, that's not going to happen.
Oh, God, boy.
Right, so get that out of your head. I pie in the sky thing. That ain't going to happen, right? We're not going to be like Wakanda. We're not going to be like anything sensible. Anything to do with consuming, we in that.
Oh, Lord.
We of that. We are greatest consumers. That's how we operate. It is what it is. Don't fight it. Trust me, because it have plenty people try that concept. We know how to form gangs to jump in a car and go and shoot people. We know how to do that. We're good at that. You know what I mean? We anything with sense, with pooling money and resources and time and all these different things, we are not good at that, and we will not be good at that. Because we are just stupid people that are just walking around the tongue. I'm sorry to call them black people stupid, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? We just find ourselves in all the wrong things for some reason. But if 9 o'clock in the morning you could be driving around in a car to look to Cooktown, going down a man and car in the Savannah Road, something wrong with all you. 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning when you're supposed to go in and look for groceries or tapping your or tapping your
no, don't tap no more, because if you tap more you go make more. So don't tap nothing. Go and tap into the Lord.
Look for some love.
Go and no, forget the love. The love is what making more like you. Tap into the Lord.
Morning, you're live.
Pleasant good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mr. X.
Yes, sir.
Tell that fella next to you, Mr. Obi, Tobago is the best place to go, boy. I just came back from Tobago and listen. Tobago, man, I using a rental car and I went in Scarborough, park up, lock up my car. When I lock up my car, a guy walk up to me and say, "Hey, you're a trainee." I say, "Yeah." I say, "Why?" He said, "Because we
lock up vehicle and thing.
Yeah.
Only some
place
persons go over there
real clean,
and blind the place.
real nice. Yeah, the place real nice. And every year, me and my families go there like twice a year.
All right,
Okay,
cool.
then.
And we just came back last weekend. We just came back from Tobago. I telling you, loving people, real nice, top of the line.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot.
So he must make a trip. He must make a trip.
Yeah, man. Well, you must make a trip, buddy. You hear that?
Yeah,
You must make a
well,
trip.
you see,
You
and
can't
that is why
want to know all over the place and then know Tobago. You can't operate so. You don't know the
and
island.
the sad
You
part
don't
is
know.
I've been to other places and I ain't touched Tobago.
No, you can't do
and that is
that.
the sad part. But you know,
It's only $400 to reach Tobago, you know. Go and come, you know.
yeah,
You can't go wrong with that. That's good maths.
true. But it's just that yes, because I noticed you would have noticed I come into the studio this morning with a kind of air on me.
Right.
And then I sat down and the conversation, you brought that conversation up, and I had the air get even more damp. And it's because this morning, you know, I saw a young
Who dead?
Nah, I saw a young lady this morning, and you know, she was coming from an area that is somewhat developed, and she had this little child, well, 2 little children with her to be exact.
Right.
And the condition of these children school back was, brother, it was terrible.
Kunji, morning.
Morning, Kunji, morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. X, and good morning to you, Obi.
Morning to you, sir.
And good morning to all the listeners and viewers of Talk City. Yeah, Tobago is a nice place. I believe Tobago is one of the nicest places in the Caribbean. But
it could be better.
you see when Tobago could stop taking my cream and my toothpaste and my cologne and think when I go in Tobago in the airport. See when they could stop taking my product and then my hygiene.
But that has nothing to do with Tobago. That has nothing to do with Tobago.
Well, when they could stop that? When they could stop that?
Well, they can't stop that. That can't stop that. Nowhere in the world you can stop that. Going through an airport, it requires that IATA requires that you have certain things in your possession and certain things should not be in your carry-on.
Mr. X, you put it going through an airport. I say going in my country.
Well,
you say going through an airport. I say I going into my country.
Yes, but you have to take a vessel to get there of some kind, and one of them is a flight, and flights are governed by IATA rules that you have to follow internationally. Not just going to your country.
When I coming back, nobody is giving me back my product.
Well,
nobody is saying, "Well, we take this from you when we leave, when you was leaving."
So why you tell them
and
that
when we come back, you take my Victoria's Secret and you take my expensive cologne. You didn't give it to me back.
Why you didn't tell them that in Miami or New York or Nottingham or Heathrow? Why you didn't tell them that?
No, well, I talking about my country. I talking about my Trinidad and Tobago.
Right,
I talking about my Trinidad and Tobago.
In order for you to get to Tobago, it's either a swim. You either get on a boat or you fly. And if you are flying, you are subject to international rules when getting on an aircraft. It's simple.
Right.
Simple to understand.
I'm subject to international rules in my country.
Yes.
But I'm speaking about otherwise you take it and you tell me go there, give my other expense because I go and buy cologne and toothpaste.
I get my own season.
For double the price. Double the price in my country.
Hello, I get my own seas the other day too. It is what it is.
And hear what they tell me. Yeah, what they tell me when I go to my country.
And I should know better.
They cater for tourists. I say, I'm not a tourist. I'm a Trinidadian coming into my half of the next country. They say, well, we cater here for tourists.
Well,
you see when them think could stop?
No, them kind of stupid talk, they're not supposed to carry on them kind of stupid talk. But I done talk.
And
right?
give me back my product. When I coming back home, give me back my product. I know the time coming up over here now. Give me back my product when I coming back. Thank you.
All right, okay.
So they just seize your cream and your perfume.
Just tell them 10 o'clock Tuesday, please. Yeah. But I'm not seeing it here. Okay. Yes. Yeah, there's a seize your cream and that sort of stuff. Well, there's seize any. Okay. God, I gotta go through our next teaching session here. Okay. If you are traveling internationally, right, whether domestically or internationally, domestically, you have to get on an aircraft in order to get to another country, right? You tell them? Yeah. You have to get to another country. You have to use an aircraft to get there. Under the use of any aircraft anywhere in the world, so long as you are going on an aircraft, you are expected to follow IATA's rule, right? Which deals with the prohibited articles that you use on an aircraft. For instance, you do not pick up a aerosol deodorant. You do not pick up an aerosol deodorant and right. You do not pick up an aerosol deodorant and put it in your hand luggage. What is going on? I'm gonna make sure the right news I put in here. Because last time I put the 12 o'clock news in the people thing.
Because that in itself could be subjected to cabin pressure and could explode.
Yes, and you can use it as a weapon and so on, right? You cannot store things like weapons, ammunition, toluene, them sort of chemicals, and then you cannot use that on your hand luggage. So I and all should not have got my deodorant taken from me the other day because I failed to remember IATA's rule, and when I went up in the airport, it ended up in the dustbin.
So when you buy nice creams and perfumes and things over there, how do you bring it back?
No, you put it in your hand in your stowaway luggage.
Stowaway luggage.
You don't put it in your hand
luggage. So if it's that simple, why just not do that?
Why just not do what?
Why just not put it in your stowaway luggage? Why risk losing it by carrying it in your carry-on if you know it'll be better if it goes stowaway?
I just explained my situation, but we'll come back just now. We go for the 10 o'clock news.
Okay then.
Well-rounded. Your TTT news update. A search operation is underway in the bay near Goodwood after the body of an infant was reportedly spotted floating in the water on Tuesday morning.
According to reports Trinidad and Tobago on the World, I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. watch on TTT, or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Like a liver, yeah. And we are in the naughty corner. Yeah. So all those you want to give straps this morning, all you call in or text via the WhatsApp 394-4911 or 622-4911. Those are the numbers to call or text who you want to put in the naughty corner this morning. And I want to put the media in the naughty corner because the media is being very loose and fast. Or they're not doing no research, or they're not minding all their business, or they're just blasting the government for blasting the government's sake. And I against that. So all it take some for that. All take some for that. You want to stop this here? Yeah. Take some for that. All it two out of time. And take to cloud too. Take to cloud. All it two out of time. The media too out of time. All not being fair with nothing. Hello, good day.
Check.
Hello, good day. Hello. What the phone line?
Caller, good morning.
Working. Hello. Hello. Go ahead. Yeah.
Hello. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we are hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't have anybody for the
naughty corner.
Naughty corner, but I'm trying to find out. Is Sudat still on the program?
Sudat? No, sir.
Okay then. Thank you. You all have a blessed day.
Yes. Yeah. All who you want to put in the naughty corner, now is the time to put that person in the naughty corner or that group of people in the naughty corner. Or you're too out of time, man. All you're too out of time. Hello, good day.
You can get too last for that.
Hey, you can get too out of time, man. Hello, good day.
Hello, good day. I want to put Obi in the naughty corner.
Why? Buy for what?
No bad talking lobster roti.
Bad talking in the lobster roti.
Game two for that.
Bad talking in lobster roti.
And game a cloud.
I never said the lobster roti tastes bad. I just said that it's
take your naughty corner. Hello, good day.
It's overrated.
Hello, good day.
Hello, good day. I want to put JM Grills in the naughty corner.
JM Grills?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's that?
Failure on my breakfast this morning.
All right, okay, no problem. All right. Get him a cloud too. Hello, good day. Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning to you.
I want to put David Lee in the corner.
Who?
AGC.
AGC?
Yeah.
For what?
We're using bad language on the air.
AGC, you say no?
Not AGC. David Lee.
David Lee.
Yeah.
Who is he?
On the radio announcer in the afternoon. David Lee.
David Welch trying to say.
All right, I don't know. But he get one the wireless. Hello, good day.
He used bad language.
Okay. Yeah, good day.
Morning. Yes.
But
I don't know why do I don't know.
I'm not saying it's one of the best.
He slip and fall. Before you went in there, you should be slip and fall.
I am telling you that when we went, our experience wasn't good.
Boy, watching that roti, that sauce that I run down my hand. I said I lick all my elbow, you know. First, that sauce was good, you know.
Nah, we experienced wasn't
that
good.
Sauce was tough.
I don't know.
And the lobster is not overcooked.
No.
Any
the
muscle
lobster was perfect, but what I was just saying is certain things was a bit off.
What was off? What was off?
Okay, let it go.
Hello, good day.
Just saying, you know, I'm going to go down this road now. You wake up and go down the road.
I want to get Toxic 91.1 some lash.
All right.
For getting rid of that.
For what?
For getting rid of
sewer. For see that facade.
Well, them go deal with that. Nothing to do with it. All they deal with that. All they don't know what be going on behind the scenes. So all they don't get anything all they don't know about.
We don't even know what's going on behind the scenes. And they're trying to pull we into it.
Don't pull me into that. Don't drag me into that. You know, it is what it is, right? Yeah. It is what it is. Life goes on. That's why
they've been calling and asking the question, because I didn't even know who the person was. That is how bad it was. Yeah. So I was asking everybody, why everybody keep asking who this person is.
The new program right now is Obi and Kingsley, right? And the program before that is David versus David.
David versus David?
Yes. Now look at it.
If he's David?
Yeah, if
Don't
it's
hear the
David.
media really out of time in truth.
Who's that?
So the media is really out of time.
Okay,
so they can
okay.
take some
All right.
Yes, they should-
Don't only
Not
skewing
tonight.
stories. Don't skewing stories. That's all they're doing. With no research. No research.
What time you coming to Tobago?
Maybe tomorrow or sometime, yeah.
Right, they should have sent out a Friday. Where they Saturday and Sunday to take a dip in the salt.
All right,
Not
okay.
Pigeon Point.
All right.
Because you go crash with the jet.
Oh, good, oh, good. All
Or you
right.
go dive like the pilot and break your neck.
All right,
That's why they ain't send out you.
All right. Hello, good day.
Good morning, X
Morning.
and Obi.
Morning.
20 lashes for Mark Bassan. He's doing a rowley and he'll get a bust it on him.
Mark that jumping stories. I never know him to be so.
Yeah, boy.
But
Failure, boy.
you gotta get some Mark. That my boy is still, but you gotta get beaten because he kind of loose and fast and just jumping.
Yeah.
You know, he like them jamming and them with them towel.
Your boss a mark. Your boss a mark and the mark have nothing to boss in it. So it's like the mark where we forming that we mouth for the mark and it's nothing.
Yeah. No kind of substance about it. And you just getting like them woman and them brown white towel. Them white towel that brown.
Yeah.
And they just getting and showing off all the backside and thing and showing up your skirt. Yeah, that's how you looking. You looking like you just getting, you just skating like a mat.
The only thing he didn't scream was all you wicked.
Yeah. Come now, man. Don't do that now, Mark. But I know you had to keep your job and you had to do your thing.
Mark was off
you
the
do
mark
your
with
thing.
this one.
Yeah, he was off the
He
mark.
was off the mark with this one.
This one very loose and out of time, man. Hello, good day. Hello, good day.
So, low down your volume, please, caller.
Low down your
volume, please, caller.
You ought to get two for that. For not lowering down your volume while you're listening.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah,
Yes, we know we're in your man.
Right now, I just want to have, I guess, two lashes on my lover.
Yeah. For not lowering down your phone. Go ahead.
Some lashes for people like you, who be another people like Oliver. Like Mark, when he was investigating him, but don't like him now. So get Oliver, bias people.
Don't like it. That's all. What we getting it for?
You like Mark.
When he was investigating PNM, but now he investigating UNC, we don't like him.
I never like Mark's stories.
No.
It's my boy, but I never like his stories.
Hold on. That legs going straight back to
because they are not factual. Most of his stories in them have some loose points and some question marks behind them. I can pick apart almost every paragraph.
No, I just asked it almost also against PNM.
Also against PNM, yes.
Oh, all right, okay. Well, all right.
No. That is why you go take 4.
Okay, you. I listen to the station.
Well, right, but that is your problem right there. That is your problem right there. Your problem is you're listening to propaganda stations when you're supposed to be listening to Talk City 91.1 to get facts. So you will take some for that. Yeah, take some for that.
If it's one thing, I don't overly exaggerate on media people, but when they're selling loo, they're selling loo.
And
I don't put overemphasis on the media for years now because of their biasness.
Half of the time they just be wrong too.
And half of the time I see that question marks by the paragraphs. I like, what do you mean by that? Anyhow, go ahead, caller.
Yeah, morning, Mr. X.
Morning.
Right, so, naughty corner for the Venezuelan government this morning is initiating a team to go to the site of the oil spill where the 10 barrels come from.
Right, nice. And they can get too close for that.
Short young with them?
They can get too close for that. They can get too close.
They carrying Captain fall along with them?
They're too out of time, man. Hey, some boys would say, but go play them after. But all you call. Hello, good day, morning. Hello, morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, morning. I wish you had some licks this morning.
Yeah.
The Minister of Education for failing to meet with the denominational board, the Minister of Education and the Minister of Sports for cancelling primary school sports at the day before the actual event.
All right. But he's supposed to meet the national board.
Yeah, long I hear press release in the national board calling on him to meet, and he's talking.
But he's supposed to meet with them. I don't. Well, as far as I know, I don't think that falls under his remit, the national boards.
Well,
but I'll find out.
Education, you're supposed to meet with them.
I'll find out. All right, thanks a lot, yeah, man. Yeah, but it's not a case of just meeting with them just like that. It has to fall under their remit first, I think. Hello, good day.
Hey, morning to the team.
Morning.
Yeah, just want to explain to the people who don't understand how this thing is go. People saying there's more than 10 barrels of oil drop in the sea. If one drop, or let me don't say one drop, let me say half bottle of oil drop in the ocean. You know how much barrels of oil that'll go look like when that stream spread?
No, it doesn't spread like that, still. It doesn't spread like that. And it doesn't, and according to which this person you're using, you can contain a spill of half a teaspoon of oil. So don't study the propaganda. It doesn't work like that, buddy. If you see how it, because I've done ERCM already, and I've seen controlled leakages of oil and so on, and it doesn't operate like that. But there are dispersants and way to manage how the spill expands over time. The faster you get to it, is the more that you can contain oil spill. So don't listen to propaganda, people. Don't listen to Chupa Talk. Watch it. Chupa Talk really. Experience is really a greatest teacher. Yes. Yeah. Hello, good day.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning to
I'm
you.
appealing to the former Prime Minister,
right,
telling his followers to reject the laptop and what's given by the Prime Minister.
All right.
He's sickening.
Yeah, he's sickening. Disgusting. At best.
Where did he
Hello,
say
good day.
it? Where did he say that?
He said that in some forum. I didn't get to see it, but I heard about it. Yeah, go ahead. Tell us.
Right. First thing first, the Trinidad and Tobago Cycling Federation and its president.
Again. She should get 4 for that. 4 for that.
Trinidad and Tobago on these media houses.
Yes.
Who selling go barrel when they come and print in go barrel.
Yeah.
Like folio, some hard cap.
Yeah.
Some hard cap for the Trinidad and Tobago service. I mean, we know less human being. We don't let
some good bellas.
Come on.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have no sports Sunday with this kind of crime taking place in the country under state of emergency. You could have cancelled that sports for people later down in the year or something. So take some culprit for that.
All right.
No,
Look at get too close for that.
I understand what he is saying with that, right? But that police sports does have a lot of youth things involved in it. Yeah, the police youth club and all these other things in it. So it's part of the it will fall under part of the community policing thing too. You know, it brings a large turnout, family, friends.
With the police sports?
Yeah, police.
What is going on with the police sports and that thing?
No, I guess people saying that based on how we have the state of the country, they should not have a sports.
Hello, good day. Hello. Nah, they're going already. Yeah.
People saying based on how the country is going right now and how the crime rate is, police shouldn't be having no sports. So
they shouldn't be having no sports?
No, they should be focused on crime.
So they should be working until they're dead?
Well,
that going on it?
Well, I don't know if they thought because police was having sports that all the officers was off the road in the sports. I don't know.
Look, you can't please people. All you have all their sports. Hello, good day.
Good day.
Yeah, talk quickly. We put in naughty corner.
Yeah? The whole opposition.
The whole opposition? For what, way?
Eh?
For what? Tell us one time.
Yeah. They one-sided.
Alright. Yeah, we can't go to that kind of flavor then. We're doing. Hey, I have Rajan here. Rajan has something to say here, man. Let's see what Rajan has to say here.
One more thing I forget. It seems like when you guys hear a guy call and say you have a bike nugget, all you get a hat on. All you get serious talk. The guy speaks a lot of rubbish.
Nah, man, I can't do with that, man. Hello, good day. Hello.
Morning.
Yeah, morning. What happened for news?
Yeah.
Long time
you know, roll on, roll off, foreign news, you know that. Morning, OB. How you going, buddy?
Boy, me will talk to you, boy, foreign news, boy. You could trade a frame, boy.
Why do you give me two carpet for that? Give me two bowels or whatever.
You make all that noise for me to get my own program. And then yesterday for my own program, my first program. Watch now. Demand.
How I would know that? You reach out to me? Yeah,
but there was they announced it for 2 days on air.
Yeah.
Well, no, 2 days. Listen to me. 2 days, I don't wash down some train. I
feel you was liming with Trump. He was liming with Trump, and he didn't have time for them 2 days. That is what going.
Oh God. All right. Well, listen. You know what?
We are putting
Jesus
naughty
love you,
corner.
and so do I. I'm so happy. But it should be. You know what? You know my people really hungry. You should be saying, thank you for our news and thank you people for giving me my show.
I will say thanks because I wanted you to call in yesterday afternoon between 6 to 8 and you never called. My feelings was hurt. So you go take one for that.
Take two for that. And take a cloud. And take a cloud too. Cloud him.
You know what? Jesus tell me they ain't gonna appreciate me, and take me licks like him
Game
on the road to Calvary.
Game of Bellas. I say get our next Bellas, man.
You know, get over here, Bellas. Get over here, Bellas. By the way.
You get one.
Yeah. Hey, anyway, I want to give some licks to a fella, and I wouldn't give him the dignity of being on the show. Let me tell you something. While we may not agree 100% ideologically or whatever the case may be, right? Mm-hmm. And differences of opinion are allowed here. You have a UNC sycophant. You have a UNC sycophant who listen, he's not open-minded like you, and he's a plagiarist. Remember I told you about that Rowley, not Rowley, that PNM mime, that video that went out with Stuart Young and all them, and Stuart Young was blowing the kiss. And Obi, you were saying people were blaming you for it.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
That fella he used the same theme song from Young and Restless. Mm-hmm. He's a plagiarist like Joe Biden. And when I sent it to him, he run it to make it look as though he original. So give him about one name, but he's a sycophant. I gave him 2 carpet.
And 2 carpet.
Yeah, he's a plagiarist. Anyway, so you're on this evening, right? You're on this afternoon, Obi, right?
Right. Well, let's take all the lowest squirrel this afternoon. Take all the lowest squirrel. Don't bring that here. Later. Don't bring that here at all. Or let's keep that to all yourself. That lover's quarrel all you have in there. Don't get me involved in that at all. Right. So we're almost at 25 past. We almost finished our Naughty Corner segment. Mm-hmm. We'll take a hello, good day.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
The gentleman who want to call and justify about the oil spill and knows nothing about it. Give him 10.
Give him a portion. He tell him I drop of oil and in every
everybody's an oil expert all of a sudden.
Just know that in every oil industry or every related oil industry, there will be a consideration for what is called leak of containment, right? That is why you see below any tank that contains diesel, gas, oil, anything like that, there is always even below a pipeline, there's the sacrificial nodes where the pipe rests on, and below that there's a grating below that of a certain depth, a certain thickness, and a certain coverage. That is to be able, if you lose containment for any period of time or any incident with a piping, right? You have what is called a sump area around or at the bottom of that vessel. So in the event that the tank bursts or anything like that, any leakage would leak the height and the depth of the sump or the berm around it is equivalent to the amount of liquid inside of the vessel. So if the entire vessel ruptures, it would fill up to that level and most likely contain the liquid from going out into the system, right? If it happens in the sea, there's a certain amount of timing that you have to approach how you lay down dispersant, how you lay down sponges, how you do these things and manage and contain the oil within an area, and then you send in a vessel now to suck it out like a vacuum. There's a vessel that comes in and sucks the oil out of the contained area that is leaking in water or any sea or anything like that. So if you didn't know,
now you know.
Now you know, right? Hello, good day. Hello, good day. Yes, good day.
My condolences to the family of the little child, but I want them to get some licks. How could they? Anyway, I don't want to blame them too much, but how a little child could get away from them in 7:30 in the night?
All right.
Give them some licks, man.
All right.
I didn't want to focus on that story, but boy.
Which story is that one?
Is that apparently like a little child end up in the river.
In the river? When that happened? With no flood?
Within the last few hours, I think.
Yeah? When that happened?
Diego Martin, I think, if I'm not sure.
In my area too? Even worse?
Something so.
I'll follow up on that. But that brings us to the end of the Naughty Corner today. People, it was indeed a pleasure having you share some lashes. My wrist is hurting me.
And pleasant good morning again to the Facebook and YouTube people. Don't think we not paying attention to you all. We are paying attention to you all. So good morning to you all in the chat.
Yeah, but I find that doesn't get a kind of vibrance that I get on your program with calling out to the YouTube people. I ain't getting the vibrancy at all, man.
You ain't getting
the vibrancy at all, man.
So,
you're telling me that just check me out and
you know.
Come now, man. We're doing me. The same energy. You gotta keep the same energy. I hear the man yesterday.
I was told, you know.
I hear the man.
So I want to bring the.
Why
I don't want to bring the modern, you know, the modernness of the thing. Yeah.
You never know. People like me very fast. You know. I out that time like that. If I hear that YouTube, I go in on YouTube and look. I go in on Facebook and look. I go in on these things and make it my business to find out.
If it was up
because
to me,
I didn't have no.
If it was up to me, Toxicity would have been everywhere.
That YouTube listeners as listen via the
listen and
I didn't know that all the time. I learned that from you today. So you're never too old to learn. Well, you know what I learned. You know what I mean? I never know that. But I know now. So I just pay attention to it more now.
Yeah.
You know, so
you had to give them recognition. Big up to all the people on the YouTube and the Facebook. Everybody who is in the chat. So of course, you know, I like to call them out. So Debbie Ward, good morning. Molly Sanderson, who is a religious follower. Donald Lewis, Audrey Dial, right? Yeah, Lucky Lal, that and who else is there? Mrs. Prasad or Mr. Prasad, and for the YouTube, we have a few people here. So we have Base 2025 who is always on, right? We have Lisha in the chat, Monica Ramkisoon, right? We have Natasha Thomas, pleasant good morning. We have Uncle. Good morning.
That's why I show speed to be talking to all them people and them.
Yeah. The chat. Even though our chat is going slow, and we have Monty Steele in the chat also. So pleasant good morning.
That good man has followed me all about the place. Monty Steele.
So pleasant good morning to
I think
everybody
he's a locksmith. He's a locksmith.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a boy for me. He's advertised with me and thing. You know. So big up to Monty Steele and his lock company. Yeah. That he's a very good locksmith and so on.
Good people, good
people. So to all the people and them, all they do all their thing, man. Nothing wrong with that.
And to everybody else who wants to chat but can't chat, good morning to you all too.
All right, so we're breaking right now for the Playway. So stay locked on for that, people, as we get into the Playway.
Yeah, Granny ain't buffing me for Playway today at all.
Nah, you ain't buffing me twice in one day. You're mad?
You're mad?
Nah.
One piece of advice, just continue playing. And one day will be your lucky day.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device. at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT.
All right, people, we're back inside. Inside like a liver. Yeah, man. I love to see that.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like
she's
like a
special.
superhero. Just kidding, people. You know, that's great. We have lots of things to address, but I would
One
not.
of the things I wanted to cover is you see, I've seen people calling out the OPR for the lands data.
Yes, the papers.
I don't know. Probably
The Monday papers, man. Whole thing, man.
Yeah. So
Let me see what somebody's saying. Hello, good day.
Yeah, good morning to you, Mr. X, and the gentleman. The way is his name by chance?
Opinion box. Obi.
Opinion box.
Obi.
Obi. Anyhow, that's brilliant name, my brother. Whatever name you have.
That the handle that the man has on his TikTok.
Whatever name you have, man. Bless you, my friend. Bless you.
All right.
But you know, I have a little pick with this road, this highway. That accidents, people getting knocked down like dogs. People not using the walkover, and I want the administration, the minister to look into that. Because right in Sealands there, right, they have a walkover, there's wait, walk across the road, run across the road. Now we're here yesterday, accident take place, a young lady get knocked down, the walkover right over she head. And it's like all kind of things in the highway. But the highway have a code. They say no pedestrians, no bicycle, and we could go on and on. It have restrictions in the highway. People selling in the highway. People using the middle of the white line in the highway and signing up them migrants and them, and others. But I see more of the migrants now because it seems like the locals are not there anymore.
Now, but the migrants will still be a little safer because they
no, but
stand
the
up
point I want to make, my friend, they're not supposed to be in the highway in the first place.
Yeah, but
and
we
when
don't
they're
force
selling
nothing here.
food items, they're supposed to have a badge.
Yeah,
and I not see no badge. You understand? So all kind of things happen in this country. Lawlessness.
Yeah.
And you hear Prime Minister, former Prime Minister, who beat the chest and warned this country about Mr. Manning. Today, he telling the children, parents, don't take the laptop. Why? You want them to be stupid. So when they get older, they go continue voting for PNM, and PNM ministers and them, and MPs go full the pocket
find that post, because
and live a good life. And while the children, hoping and praying that they could get CPEP. You understand? Because you want to bring back CPEP now.
Caller, can you tell me which part that post where he made that statement is? Because everybody's saying it, but I haven't been able to source it. And I've been looking for it for days.
What the Prime Minister say?
Yes.
The former Prime Minister, I should say?
Yes. Where did he make that statement?
It's some function he went to, but I had a good thing going to, but a function he went to talk to people.
A function
you
recently?
Understand? And when you take taxpayers' money and you build a place in Tobago, you build a place in Tobago, you understand, for your own purpose. And while the teachers and the same nurses and them, the same president and the Nurse Association who beat in the chest and telling them to go, don't do this, and teachers and all. You understand? You take money, taxpayers' money, where can I give them it to have the country in a wheel? You understand? To pay them good salary. You went and build a place, to pay netball and all kind of prime minister resident, all kind of shipping is. You understand? So all them time, they ain't seen things hard and they overworking and not getting money. All of a sudden, the UNC government get into office. The soft-hearted, loving Prime Minister we are right now, Kamala Prasad Bisesa, we pressure she, and she will get me money. And when we get me money and everything going good, when time for the election again, we go back and vote for PNM to fill the pocket and pay for the treasury. You know this country, according to Mr. Rowley, if this country ain't call to order, you know what happened to me, my brother? I use the Rowley words. You know what happened? God help us. As Jack Warner say, God help us.
All right.
You went and handpicked a prime minister.
All right.
And put the prime minister there. You understand?
All right.
And
all
if
right.
the country take that, let's give me 1 second, please. I hear you. 1 second. I will leave. Right? The country take that. When they push it on the throat and they went to the president and pick all kind of ministers and things. You understand? I put Stuart Young. No, all that was good. All that was good for all you. But all of a sudden now, you see what happening? And Mr. X, the street lighting department, I think that you should look into it. Because they're saying 2 to 6 weeks, you understand, they might be able to get people to come and see body street lighting and thing. And I would like you to look into that too, please.
Street lighting where?
Understand?
Street lighting where? Street lighting where?
In Central.
In Central?
Yeah, in Central. Because I live at Central, and I complain, and then they tell us 2 to 6 weeks if they get it, because right now they have a lot of work and backlog and all kind of things. But I don't really want to complain about TNTech people, because TNTech is very efficient, and I think that in that department, I think they should,
Call me when the program done, all right?
All right. Well, I have your number. So you know
Call me when the program done, all right, later.
All right. And I've one.
Hello, good day. Hello, good day.
Good morning, Obi and X.
Good morning.
will Stuart Young, a.k.a. Small Pin, joining the Venezuela group that apparently want to monitor the oil spill? Will he be part of that group?
This morning.
Because it is passing strange. Remember the Solo Creed?
Mm-hmm.
When they took out the transponder and Fitzy and them shut down the radar, and the boat was alleged passing through Trinidad to carry oil. Delcy and there wasn't concern with the big oil spill that caused. Both Delcy, the Venezuelan government, and KCR government was very, very silent. All of a sudden, Delcy's sidekick, who wasn't at the ICJ.
I just have a hard time deciphering what is good news from the dailies and what is fake news. And most of the time, the stories leave question marks that are indelible, right? So I be wary, too wary about what is published in the papers. It have some good stuff, but the problem is
a lot of things to sell
discerning what is making sense from what is not making sense.
True.
That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
But the only thing they leave out is Stuart Young not being a part of the delegation, the Venezuelan delegation.
What delegation? What? He and shipping this man all that time with Stuart Young. Stuart Young fighting for his seat, you know. He jockeying for Chai comes jockeying for the seat, you know. The Chai comes want to control this nation, you know.
Yeah.
That's what it is about, you know. I'm gonna play some voice note here quickly there, and me have time with them on the damn no trippers, you know.
Boy, that central man, he have a V8 mountain at 120 yet, boy. That man could talk, boy. He don't get questions. All the trying to get any man away, not again at all, boy. All must tell him calm down, boy, take your time.
All right, okay. Yeah, he'll be speeding.
Oh, God.
Let's call him.
Hey, morning, fellas. Obi, don't feel bad that you never been to Tobago, brother. Kingsley only make it a point 14 for Borrowday, right? So don't feel bad, brother.
Yeah, for the first time, eh? For the first time, Kingsley went to Borrowday, you know.
When so this
yeah. Me and he went down.
But there are plenty of people in Port of Spain that never see South. I experienced.
I was glad that
I a friend of mine down there, and she was shocked.
I just go most parties by myself now, right? From when I was about 5 years, from about 5 years ago, I've been going parties by myself. I'm never one to be pack up no bagaman in no car and go no way, right? So I've been going by myself. But Kingsley, I say I'm going down point and he say he going down. So I say we'll make a lime and whatever. And it was an interesting experience. And as do all my other experiences that I have experienced in this last 10 years per se. Yeah, I've had some very, very interesting
I trying to experience more stuff now.
Man, nobody here. Best roti, bus up shots, Upper Santa Cruz, Oxtail. I ain't gonna call no name. Right? That's just my opinion.
Nice.
Now, do not take my advice. All right? I say it up front. Do not take my advice. But what I would want to see discussed tomorrow
heard people say
is the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. What is that going to be going forward? Because for many years, Tobago, this is one of my conspiracy theories, has been trying to secede. And Fari, back then, was a secessionist. Most of them were. Most Tobagoan politicians were. That was the quiet, when they did in politics in Tobago, that was the quiet little S they said, whisper, the speakeasy about secession. And the argument was that if they break away, they had enough gas, right? Petroleum gas, because some of the fields would kind of be in their waters, right? But some wouldn't. And that was my point. And the other point I used to make is 100% of Tobago's electricity comes from a gas line that goes to a platform called Greater Angostura off the east coast of Trinidad, which is in Trinidad waters, right? So the Cove Industrial Estate, the power plant there, is from Greater Angostura. That's where they get the gas. So, and for decades, of course, Trinidad is the ones who built and support Tobago for the most part with money made, let's put it this way, on Trinidad's side from the oil and gas sector. Right? It's only recently Tobago got some gas. So my point was that, well, that's very ungrateful that you always want to pull away. It come like you grow a child up, and as soon as he get old enough, he busts the tape, he leave you, and in your old age, instead of coming back and taking care of you, he just studying to one woman, right? So I used to say that's kind of a Nimakaran behavior, ungrateful. Now, I don't know what the current state of play is between the current ruling party in Tobago and the current ruling party in Trinidad. Okay, there must be some arrangement. Certainly, you have two members of parliament who, for all intents and purposes, can and should and will support the current government with their votes in parliament, but what is the price of that, right? What if, so when it comes to constitutional changes for Trinidad, those two seats in Tobago will be needed. What is the trade-off? What's the deal? Is it going to be that they get their secession, there's complete separation? Is it going to be a partial separation? I personally think the best setup would be a federal setup. Because as you all identified, there is a cultural difference between Trinidad and Tobago. I find Tobagonians are closer in culture to Grenadians, right?
Yeah,
so
definitely, yeah.
I would be fine with a federal setup, but it's a topic to discuss. It's something that we need to talk about, and we're not talking about it. Now, again, do not listen to nobody. You'll get in trouble if you go over to tomorrow and talk that talk. But I'm saying, this is what I would have wanted to hear. Nobody here again. So tourism is Tobago's main product, let's face it, right? Even if they say they have oil and gas and whatever, no, tourism is it. Because it's a very unique form of tourism. It is boutique tourism. What you get throughout the Caribbean is more resort tourism, where some big international chain set up the resort, and the tourists that come there, they stay in the resort, they basically live in the resort. What they really came here for is to see the sun and the sand. The resort gives them everything else. So they interact less with the public per se, but in Tobago it's the opposite. It's boutique, it's more villas and condos and stuff, and you have to interact with the public to the different restaurants and the beaches. That's the next thing. A lot of the beaches are public in Tobago. Most are. The vast majority. There's only a couple that are sequestered to resorts. In the Caribbean, you find a lot of the beaches are sequestered, right? So it's a unique form of tourism, and the only way to really grow it is through Trinidad. Tobago, I don't want to say they cannot, but it will destroy Tobago if you go and land. The best way to do it is to land cruise ships, right? To increase the numbers. If you go and you land 2 cruise ships a day in Tobago, that will destroy Tobago. The best way to build Tobago's tourism product is through Trinidad. Let people come to Trinidad first, and they know it's a twin island, so they will want to eventually go to Tobago. They will come back. And there's one tourism industry that has proven to do that. That's the cruise ship industry. And Trinidad can accommodate cruise ships, right? We have the space, we have the land, we have whatever to accommodate. It wouldn't sink the island if 2, 3, 4, 5 cruise ships land in Trinidad a day, right? But the thing about cruise ship passengers is when they come to a country by the cruise ship, over 70% of them return in another form, like via airplanes, right? And that's where the nice international airport will serve a real purpose. If you spread out 2 to 3 million people over a year, it ain't so bad. But it's if they all come kind of at once. And one of the best ways, again, to get a whole lot of people to come to this twin island state is to let them come to Trinidad first, like the bait, right? To come to Trinidad first for festival tourism, right? And our festival tourism is Carnival. And our Carnival is once a year, right? But if you can expand Carnival over the entirety of the year, that's how you get that first rush, again, via cruise ships. And then the secondary visit. That's the beautiful thing about cruise ship tourism. The secondary, the repeat visit is the best form of tourism for repeat travelers, because usually they just get a day in the country. And if they like it, they say, nah, boy, I want to come back here for 7 or for 2 weeks, right? Just get them a taste, right? So that's why I say to grow Tobago's tourism, you need to go Trinidad's first, through cruise ships.
Oh, that's a concept. You have to be right, but it's a concept.
A lot of cruise ships coming into Tobago will damage the ecosystem to a certain extent, because But I guess they want their autonomy really bad. But I don't mind they having their autonomy, but I don't think they could completely survive without input from Trinidad. That's just how I feel about it. They're still going to have a level of connectivity that has to be maintained there.
Well, it's a very interesting concept, but we're not going to go very far with them attitudes that we have in Tobago sometimes.
And as for the Carnival for the year for Trinidad and Tobago, the PNM had something they wanted to do. I just wasn't in agreement with the method of how they wanted to do it, where they wanted to turn the avenue into a boardwalk, remove all traffic from there, and they would direct passengers now from the cruise ship by the Hyatt to the boardwalk on the avenue, and then all the businesses on the avenue would benefit.
I want fair down in the peninsula. Hello, good day.
Mr. X, good morning.
Morning to you.
Mr. X, I heard your previous, I don't know whether a voice was or what, speaking about boutique tourism in Tobago. I have been having that quarrel with Indira Sajiwan for quite some time now. It would seem to me people want Tobago to remain a backwater, and I don't. Tobago needs to get into volume tourism. The average individual, the young professional who's working in a metropolis anywhere in New York, or let's just say in Europe, what he wants to do is put on a short pants, a dark shades, lie back on an Airbus for 8 hours, take a nap, and when he wake up, he arrived in Tobago to a grand hotel with people treating him like a king, and he have a beach and all of that for 7 days, and then he going back to work. That's the type of tourism that Tobago need if it is to make a quantum leap into tourism. This dotishness about boutique tourism like it is some kind of little Chinatown or some kind of village in some backwater thing. That is nonsense in this world, right? The people of China want to travel so bad. I mean, Boeing can't make enough plane for them to fly on, and they're trying to make a passenger plane right now. That's one of the problems we have. There are people out there who want tourism, and they don't want the same experience every time, which is why Sandals is so good. Sandals have many different plans in many different places. So when the customers come to them, they say, okay, we want a tourism experience. They say, well, okay, last year we was in Barbados. Well, we're going to put you in St. Vincent this year. We're going to put you here this year. A new experience. So at the end of the day, I disagree with this boutique tourism nonsense. Tobago could be earning real money, and we build an airport in Tobago for them to earn real money, not for it to be a white elephant. Everyone who was visiting Sandals was supposed to have been passing through there. A minimum of 200,000 tourists a year. So that's my take on it, Mr. X. If you don't want to ask me anything, I'm going. All right?
All right, Eric.
Thank you.
I don't mind that was Eric.
Eric
is
say
that Sandals wasn't a rubber slippers.
Sandals is rubbish. Rubbish. Hello, good day.
Hello,
good day.
I hear you talk about a boardwalk, and when the tourists and them come in, you have a boardwalk and you have a new one and bring them there. And
it was a plan that the PNM had implemented, but I didn't agree with it.
How that going to mess with the residents that live? Remember, it was a residential area.
We have another idea, right? And I'll explain it when you're finished, right? Go ahead.
Yeah. So the other businesses that not associated with that tourism package, the other shops and stores and things, how they gonna get supplies.
And that was what my debate was, because you see,
thanks a lot.
What I was saying, right?
I'll listen. Okay.
What I was saying next was this, right? Now he's saying that that is a residential area. They weren't coming off the avenue. Majority of the businesses on the avenue, it don't really have houses there, right? And it wasn't going to be playing music all day. It was just literally a boardwalk where they would have access to all the serious businesses.
Well, we want to go further than that.
Right. And my argument was just that I felt they was trying to say that was the place for Carnival, the Homa Carnival. They was going to say that. I felt like that should have been directed to the small businesses or by Savannah. That's how I felt.
Well, and I have a concept. Myself and nobody has a concept that I'll give it.
How much minutes we have? We have about 2 minutes.
I'll give it when we come back. We'll have the news people by Ayana Carter. She has graced us with her beautiful presence in the studio. So we will have our news by Miss Ayana Carter in 2 minutes. Yes. Right? So basically we have a concept down to the peninsula of Trinidad and Tobago, which is from Tembledora all the way down to Shaka Cabana. Where we are going to use cruise ships to be inviting cruise ships in, dredge the harbor along the line or by Tembledora. Let the people come in on a tourist type, how to put it, like where they have a cruise ship complex, something like that, down on Tembledora. You have people come in and you have people being ushered onto the roadway to play carnival. So you will revive the carnival unit every day of the year. You will have carnival at every time of the year. People who go into work in the carnival industry will get an opportunity to showcase what we have, right? The people in them will have a time. You have tolls to go down into Chaguaramas. It will invite small businesses. There's one ATM from there to Point Kumana, right? It will invite the banks back down there, the First Citizen, the Royal Bank, the Republic Bank, and all these different pieces inside of there to invite tourism. And we will have a tourism product. And the government gets money by refueling the ships, by low sulfur diesel, by all the aspects of fueling ships, which will bring in about $2 billion every year just in the ships alone. So if we have 5 ships coming in every day in that peninsula there, and it will generate over 15,000 jobs, because now the boardwalk will be extended to by Tembledora area. You have people, right? You have cycling, you have carnival going on, you You have all sorts of things in that peninsula. You have CDA police. You'll have a water park. You'll have all these things going on. You have KSC coming back down and all the others coming back down to enjoy the benefits of tourists coming in, and the government makes its money off the ships. Think about that when we come back. We have the news people by Mr. Yana Carter. So stay locked on. Oh, mic you on.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
All right, people, we're back inside again, and it is a new day, a new dispensation. All right, so I was talking about the peninsula issue, right? Now, if you have 5 ships coming in on a regular, big ships with 2,000-3,000 people in it, and the government you would have the largest gas station in Trinidad down on that side. So you're pumping your LNG, sorry, low sulfur diesel, your anything to do with plug-in kind of activities, anything like that, the boats will have their facility there so that they can just pull up, offload the passengers, and the citizens take care of the rest. You go into your cruise ship complex with your boutiques lined off on both sides. You come up the walkway, whatever. You go to the information booth, you register, you see a costume you like, you put on your costume, costumes are already made, so that industry will be feeding with people just going to carnival every day. every day have a carnival of some sort. So when the people in them dock, the engine starts moving. I'm not hearing you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think I'm low. You've been putting me low all morning.
Yeah.
Right. So I think and in a case like that, we make a carnival not going away. But here what is the problem? Here what we doing? You're marketing it like if you all think you all had fun in this small carnival, come back for carnival on this time and experience the mecca of the experience.
And we would have AI stuff with people filling out information and going to the back office. So you're logging and data mining people, so you know how much people came into your country. You could get all your data from behind the scenes.
And not only that,
and all these
you
things.
give them an opportunity because now we're using data and AI. You give them the opportunity to pay for the tribe costume in advance.
Lovely. For the following year.
For the following year,
Yeah.
even if they're coming back there or they're coming for the mega
Right,
carnival.
they're coming back on the other side of Trinidad. But this side of Trinidad is just isolated to that stretch from Tembledora.
And if you pay for a
to
costume and you ain't
Cabana.
happen to come, well, try get the money.
The banks would want to get down there because they would want to open a branch now because people could come in and access the ATMs and them, and they could have, because the closest ATM is out in Point Kumana.
Yeah.
The one that what Royal Bank leave, First Citizen leave, KFC leave, all of them leave. Right? The promenade could be extended to to Tembledora. So when you get onto that promenade there, you're seeing everything walking up the road. You can walk if you want. You could follow the band if you want, if you don't want to play mass.
And it's safe because you have the military down there, you have the Coast Guard down there.
Right, and you have them as security. You
Extra
have CDA.
security.
You have all these different things isolated away from Trinidad, from the bustle and bustle of town.
Yeah.
Right? And you have it down there. If you have to go down there, you have a pass in your vehicle. We have ferries. We have ferries taking it from
right Port of Spain to come
and
there.
buy a ferry that could tote cars.
No. For the safety of our citizens, your employee pass gets you through regular, but even if, because I know citizens might get mad, but if citizens want to come down to be part of it, they should pay a small fee.
Well, this is what I'm saying. So you start to generate money and you're employing people from the area, from Carnage area. You're employing about 15,000 people in the Carnage area alone. What's that for Diego Martin and other places? Because you will need ushers. You will need people to work in the cruise ships. You will need people to work in the and you're encouraging entrepreneurship because the boutiques and them will be there to showcase.
And you give them first preference. And let me tell you why I could agree with you with that. Because my issue with that P&M plan for the Avenue was their concept was let the cruise ship people who come off, let their money go to the Syrian business, and the Syrian business will create employment, and they'll let them open up some little boutiques and huts on the side of the road and hire our people to come to promote the culture. And that's what got me mad, because I felt like the Savannah was already the tourism hub for Trinidad. We all know Carnival goes up there, and it had all the food vendors and everything up there.
But we were changing it to a place in Trinidad that can manage the amount of people,
right,
and not affect the other businesses in town and other places.
Right, but what I'm saying with their plan, why I didn't like it is because I felt like when you did that, they would have now cut out all the businesses that was up by the Savannah, the Belmont, and all these different things. Now, you know what the UNC did that proved to me that my theory was right and that my theory could work? You see Flavor Village?
Yeah.
Flavor Village was exactly the idea I had for those vendors by the Savannah, because P&M was saying they're gonna put Tantan and Saga Boy at the head of the avenue, and they will set it up and wrap it built around the avenue. And I was very angry about it when they put out the plans, and I was like, why are we moving Carnival and creating a tourism hub in a business community that is already doing well? When you have all these small business owners up by the Savannah, Carnival always goes up to the Savannah. So if anybody should be given that first preference, should be them. And then here comes the UNC, keeps Flavor Village, which was extremely successful, and proves my point that it could be done there. Now you come in with an even brilliant idea, a way more brilliant idea than what I was seeing, showing me now that if the government was to take Flavor Village and turn it down there.
And put it down there in the spot the free spot and have people going down there for a regular. Let them pay to go down there. Let them pay tolls and things to go down there. Let them have the shuttles running from by breakfast share day all the way up to Shagam and have them
and it
on
has to be
shuttle going
it
and
has
coming.
to be shuttle based because we don't want nobody coming down
Driving
there
down there
and
and
overcrowding it with the cars.
You know what?
Yeah.
Them is the kind of thing we're talking about. So it's a whole ecosystem we're creating down on that side of the without affecting how the whole of Trinidad looks.
Yeah.
When it's carnival. When it's Trinidad carnival, that a different flavor.
Yeah.
And you can get those people that came on the cruise ship
to return
come
for
back
that.
For that. Right?
Yeah.
But think about it. ATMs, businesses would want to come back down now to those areas.
To redevelop Shagarama
because people know it have people that
it
patronize.
It are us dollars
coming in to attract. And that is a way of bringing foreign exchange back in their country. Because if 5 ships come in every day, right, or 4 ships come in every day, and they're flooding down on the peninsula, which doing nothing right now, which all the banks running from right now, which all the businesses running from right now, you could invite business. So when you're coming back down now, you have a next avenue of businesses because now you have to pay taxes on businesses.
Right.
Businesses will come in, set up shop, and get into the tax envelope. So they're coming back. So that's another set of revenue coming in. If every place you give them a lease, a reasonable lease, to put up the franchise or the whatever, so that people could participate on a regular basis. Yeah, them giving out garland round the neck and them kind of thing. That the tourists come off the ship kind of thing and they join themselves. Yes, and doing the thing. That is another form of employment.
Yeah.
All these things and them will work
Dancers are work year round.
Right. So
wire benders are work year round. Mass men are work year round.
And when it's carnival now, they stop and they get into the carnival now and get
and you don't even have to only make it prioritize around big bands. You could give smaller upcoming carnival guys who looking for opportunity, a place to showcase the stuff, and then you reach out to people like I Show Speed and Kaisenat and invite them to come and experience it.
Come off a ship
and live stream
and just go and do your thing and jump up on top of a car and do what you want down and die and at the country. You have police down there, you have litter wardens down there, you have traffic wardens down there, you have everything. You have CDA police, you have everything down on that side to accommodate when the people come onto the island to enjoy what we call in our side carnival. So we have in carnival and the creative people will always have work.
Right, true. The creative arts performers,
everybody will always have work because
Jab always have work.
Blue
Devils always have work.
That area. You have to please that area on a constant
basis. Daily basis.
On a daily. So when leaving the house, they're leaving the house to go into the carnival environment. Yeah. And they're leaving to go down into the peninsula.
And not only that, we could take it a bit further too. You could add a couple dormitories and stuff like that. Charge a small rental fee, and even so that staff could live down on the island if they want to. You come and you stay in a dorm 2-3 days if you know your shift is 2-3 days. I put that to watch the government,
and they watch me like they're trying to mama guy me, and I just listen to them because I don't bring choppiness to them.
Yeah.
Anything I bring in is well researched and studied. Yeah. I'm not a madman, and nobody's not a madman. And he's very creative, and he came up with this idea and invited me into it. And this is a seller.
Yeah.
On all levels, is a seller. From the tax envelope.
And you know what's so funny? It sounds so good because, like I said, I did TD and engineering and you know, our family members who is architects, and just this idea, I will definitely be sending this to somebody later for them to review it. Somebody who I know has a background in these things, because this is sounding so good that I think almost any Caribbean island that implements anything like this will score.
Well, this will score here, because here is the mecca of carnival. Here is the strangest carnival, the most unique and everything, and we capitalizing on it. The government just had to sit back and relax, because all they have to provide is low sulfur diesel, natural gas, the thing, and you find a way to get that down to the peninsula, and you have your tanks and things to fuel the ships and everything. So let's deal with that. Everything else will see about itself, because there's an element of it that deals with how you onboard people, how you get people, how you treat people. Yeah, cooks around the clock. They were saying, because now the food, the culinary arts.
The lobster roti around the clock.
Yeah, lobster roti around the clock. Yeah, you must get the lobster roti. You must get that.
You understand? and the doubles and the Polori and the Palau, and it will have work 365, including the leaps.
And the government doesn't have to do much. All I asking for the government,
because it self-manages itself.
Me and nobody, we wanted a chance to get. All we needed is facilitation. All we need is the government to say we back in this program.
Yeah.
And we will run it. We have people that could run it, and I have investors too. So I ain't coming empty-handed. I have investors too that willing to come on board for a substantial amount of the money to get the program running. So the government don't have to put out much. The biggest money that they put out is the infrastructure for refueling of ships and whatever. Everything else will handle itself. We will handle everything else, project managed properly from top to bottom. And we don't have
oversight.
And we are no big company that understands. We understand how to do it technically, and we will involve ourselves technically. But we have project managers and a team that has done.
You don't have to worry about the OPR investigating and over-investigating.
Yes, because it's not public money per se going and run it. Some public money will have to put out, but
I think financiers will get behind that because
they will love it.
Because
everybody I should stand to. I love it. And I showed the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister promoted to the Finance Minister, where he said, "Cap now because they already thinking about that and all kind of big boy thing." And I just listen to them. You know what I mean? Because some of them feel they're bright and they're not bright. They're not bright.
Oh Lord!
It is what it is.
Oh Lord!
But I just go with the flow. You know what I mean? I just do my thing.
They get the Balize Empire and come back in and jump on that.
Nah, they can't get that. They can't get it. Well, accident a couple people, you know. Let's stop that.
Gotta be
Hello, good day. Hello, good day. Yes. Yes.
Everything sounds nice and good, you know. I don't mean to be Johnny Rain Cloud here, but no matter how much shuttle system and thing you put in place, that project has to start with an alternate route down into that Western Peninsula.
But we just gave you that. How we going to negate the traffic and thing going into there?
No traffic is supposed to be going down there just so
we cutting out that.
No traffic is supposed to be going down there just like that.
Are you aware they have at least 10 military installations down on that end there?
Yes, but we plan. But that is the purpose why we want them there, because that makes it safer.
Safer?
Yes, it's safe. No.
How is that safer?
Why?
Listen. Yeah,
let me hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, listen to me. Yeah. With them 10 installations down there, men still coming down and picking up man and mackerel food and all kind of things. Let me call out
and what? They coming down there and doing what?
And sticking up men on mackerel
food. Picking up man and mackerel food and all kind of things and keeping car and going out there.
No, that's the minority, man. Come now, man.
No. Let Lani play and
let
me answer.
Let me tell you. So when them had to respond to something to come out of there now, I'm telling you, regardless of how you think it, people have to drive down there. You can't restrict people from driving down there. You understand? So you have to start with an alternate route. As I say, 10 different military installations down on that side. Some you may not even heard about it. And imagine down there bottleneck out with people coming on goods and services to deliver and all that kind of things. So all these
do you believe
you're talking about it? Remember they have to have the supply and all kind of things, people in and out. So even service traffic, it's still going to have traffic there. So anyway you take it, you have to start with an alternate route down to that area. Trust me, I walk down there and know. Yes.
Okay then, thanks, caller. I can take it first?
Yeah,
okay. Here we're going on, right? Here we're going on. The whole site to get down there is made out of what? Water. We have something called water taxis and ferries.
That are
underutilized and we could buy more. There are boats that you can load up, right? Because we're dealing with the water. That is why we said we want to build an advanced docking system. Not to only house cruise ships, but to house our own ships to bring goods and services down. We are going to limit the access of the general public to go down there because that will now become a primary tourism sector, right? which means the 10 military base that you are worried that men getting robbed and this and that on a daily basis, the military and the security is going to be beefed up because you are dealing with foreigners, you are dealing with tourists. Anytime there's tourists, the same way how tourists get a warning not to go into certain red zones in Trinidad, when they come here, they wouldn't have to worry about red zones because that will be considered a safe zone because it's going to be beefed up security-wise because of the kind of people that are coming there. With the banks and all the other people coming to invest in there, the security will naturally have to raise. That is just common sense. As for the military moving in and out, the military will be able to move in and out freely because traffic from the public will be cut down. We are not going and have it open. That is why we said shuttle buses from Port of Spain. You park your vehicle inside of...
Park and ride.
Park and ride. That is what it is. That is how we make extra revenue on it. There's also a toll fee or a ticket fee to enter into there. If you're a citizen, if you are an employee with a pass, that is something different. That is what we are saying. The reality of it is it could be done and managed properly. There are other places in the world that did it, sir.
Well, Staten Island is one. Staten Island is one. Hello, good day. Hello?
Yeah, morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Facts over feelings. I like the idea by X-Boy.
Yeah, it's a brilliant idea.
Well, you have to...
I know what you say.
And big up nobody for his idea also.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, because, come on, it don't have to be no bottleneck. The same way the water taxi going south, why it can't go Shagamas?
But that's why I say, and it's a shorter distance.
And properly managed, and proper managed.
Negative too, boy. People just negative.
Yeah.
It's not negative, you know, bro. A lot of, when I say most Trinis know nothing about nothing because they never went anywhere, or majority of the time they're driving on low beam.
Not only that too, brother, boy. We don't like to read it and we don't like to research nothing, boy. I set up bar talk and rum talk, boy.
All right.
I say, listen, you planned that bug in my head there right now, X.
Thanks.
X, you and nobody planned that bug in my head, and right now, that bug running around, you know, because here why studying it, the amount of employment that going with create
at
bug.
least 15,000 jobs, I'm telling you, on a regular basis. And you can even get permanent jobs.
Listen, that is round the clock employment, you know. All in the night people working, you know.
Yeah, because a la tourist ship pulling, you had to prepare. Like, the plane.
Yeah.
When they see them coming.
Yeah, Fantasy Island.
They say whatever going on.
It's Fantasy Island 24/7.
The ship is almost here. And change the whole game.
Yeah.
Change the whole, if managed properly.
Yeah.
Nobody again. So when you're dealing with tourism, you have to leverage what you have to be able to cut out your market share. What does Trinidad have? Everywhere in the Caribbean have sun, sea, and sand, right? We can't compete with that. The average, foreigner believes that Jamaica is the whole Caribbean. Sun, sea, and sand, right? How do we carve out our piece? You have to leverage what we have. What we have, Carnival, and we have oil and gas, right? The oil and gas will be the pull for the cruise line itself, the companies, because if you can offer them a slightly preferential fuel price, and you better believe they spend something like $2 million US dollars a cruise, a 7-day cruise. So they will be happy if they can refuel here at a better rate at the preferred fuels, right? Which we should be able to provide. Right? That's what we're going to pull the cruise liners. And they would, of course, bring their customers. What the customers get in here? They get in the one unique thing that we have, that nobody else have as we have it, Carnival. Carnival once a year is fine, but what about if Carnival is throughout the year, once a month, right? That is what, so what Eric said, the man with the short pants, he commented, right, he wants to come, but he knows he only have once a year for 2 days for the year to come to Trinidad for Carnival. What if we can offer him 12 opportunities like that, right? That is what we can offer at Chaguamas, and it's sequestered. By being sequestered, it can happen. All of this can be going on without affecting the rest of the country. The problem with Woodbrook is it's right in the middle of the capital. It's going to disrupt everything.
Exactly.
Carnivals can be happening every month and not disrupt the rest of the country, right? Because Chaguamas is sequestered. It's also secured because the military is down here. So you have the actual protection and the perception of protection. So whatever Trinidad's crime stats are, you're still just like Mexico. That's a lot of crime, but people go there knowing that the resorts are protected. Not that that's a good excuse, but the point is that Chaguamas has inherent a lot of the things that we could convert into a real tourism product. A lot of history, a lot of biking and hiking trails, nature. We have very little sun, sea, and sand. But again, what we can leverage is our carnival and our industry, especially the petrochemical, because that will satisfy both sides of the equation, the cruise customer and the cruise liner. And the nice thing about the cruise industry is that they return visits. Over 70% of them return because it's such a short visit they get. They just get a taste. And if they like it, I have to come back. And when they hear, hey, they have an island called Tobago that is nice and boutique, Eric, take it or leave it. Boutique is special in its own way. Because again,
and that's why I was going.
not everybody looking for the
I
same
wanted
thing.
to answer Eric on
Right?
nonsense.
That's how you get a real tourism product. What you have that's unique.
Mm-hmm.
And as for employment, oh my goodness, tens of thousands. Obviously, because tourism is high employment, like it or not.
Listen,
right? So all of these people who have been in the CPEPs and those kind of programs will be perfect for this sort of thing. And you also, now, as far as revenue, it's US dollars, big US dollars. And what you would find happening is the other industries, so agriculture and manufacturing, the carnival industry is going to take off, having to support this influx of carnival participants, all your artists, all your pan players. They're going to be professionals now. They're going to be year-round performers rather than just once a year. And that alone is going to create a kind of economy. And the rest of the economy would continue to grow to support that
carnival industry.
Right? This is what we are talking about with what Shagamas can offer. If you convert it, what it has there, its natural state, you can convert it into a product, a tourism product.
Listen, I now see a message come through there from my son. And he was, it literally was, calm down, Dad. We are seeing that you are getting annoyed. If you know how I hate retardedness, because Eric's statement about hot tourism, hot and boutique tourism is what people come for. Yes, it makes us look good, but that's what makes it unique. Right? It's the same thing with food. When we feed them something from a calabash bowl, it makes it unique. And this tourism plan you all have here, like I say, you see when you plant a bug in my ears and the bug good? Hear what I'm just thinking about, The only thing running through my mind is how many a serial children I could see down in Chagaramas in costumes. You could have 4 different costume colors for thing. We could tell them, okay, we started with red, then we have blue, then we have this, then we have that, then you have a rainbow mix up.
You picture.
I don't see this thing.
You picture every month people leaving their house to go into the carnival industry.
Yeah.
Right? The cameramen, the producers.
Well, this is why I don't start to think about.
Music.
I have real work. You know how much footage I could go down there and get?
And you're going to
and market
numbers.
This thing? I could be like Speed had this thing on my hand streaming.
Yep.
And I'm marketing Trinidad Carnival to the world over all my socials.
Outside of Carnival.
24/7.
Outside of Carnival. Outside of the 2
and
days
literally
alone.
sell it as the biggest show. It is a permanent Mardi Gras.
Right. The same way how we were unique in having our carnival as unique as it is right now, is the same way you could get involved in this peninsula thing and change the face of how carnival looks in different spheres.
Listen, and we listen, you want me to tell you right now? Right now I feeling like I could climb up on top here and cut the radio pole just for other nations not to hear this broadcast, Because if you know it go hurt me. If I see some other Caribbean island listening to what we saying here and they do it before we go, I go feel sick in my stomach,
Look at it.
I don't want to hear it. All you have an idea, make sure it get patent before anybody teach it.
Well,
including Eric.
Including Eric. Eric will never teach that.
All right.
Them not about empowering people.
They don't have the know-how either.
Them not about empowering people.
We have it planned down to the second. We have it planned. I have a plan here I just gave Gobi there.
Yeah.
That is down to the second.
Eric only plan is slippers. Not sandals, slippers.
That is why. Another thing we have in Trinidad is our cuisine, our food prices.
Yeah, but this what?
Well, you picture a whole village down on that end with just boots and food.
Watch out right now.
We are one just before the Just before Tembledora, and fish fry.
Well, right, let me get the joke.
That is grossly underutilized
I went there. Let me tell you something. You know, I didn't know it had a stage and all kind of thing, and they just keep performances and thing. And I was like, but why nobody not flocking this thing?
All will be part of the experience, because you know you could get the boots and them populated. You could get a good brand of chefs down there selling to the people that coming off ships.
Yeah.
So when they come off, they have a nice opportunity to get cuisine.
And you get live entertainment.
They can win a prize for
we are live entertainment, chutney, tassa. Listen, it will work for everybody, you know.
Pan. Hello, good day.
Yeah,
go ahead.
On the west coast of Barbados, there is a place called Oistins.
Oistins, yes.
The Oistins Friday night lounge.
Well, it get tired now. It used to be real good long time. It get tired.
Yeah, no, but what I mean, when it start nice.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that we could develop a similar concept, but we have more to offer in terms of cultural activities.
Right.
You understand?
So we could
like
make our
vision,
culture
boy.
work for us. You understand?
Yep.
Whether it be pan, whether it be chutney, whether it be even religious times, you put up some videos or something depicting the various cultural heritage of Trinidad and Tobago. We have a lot to offer.
Yeah, boy.
Understand? So I like the idea.
What's
All the fellas, see how best you could get Miss Minister of Culture to sit down with all you and to generate some sort.
She don't sit down with me. Because we try to get the Prime Minister and all love the idea, and she gave it to a minister to send it forward for us to have a discussion. And he said, tell me, but we do this already, and we did the studies and all kind of
jazz. That's the level of ignorance that's going on with the politicians.
I just dismiss that kind of thought for a while.
You see,
and we'll go on to that again. I will go on to that again, but it's just the vision. What we try. I not bringing thing to dong this government. I bring anything to build this government.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're supposed to give me a hearing.
It's very rare something does get me real excited.
Maybe
and this just the idea of this I'm very excited.
If what?
Maybe it was a discussion with CDA and see.
Well, I'm trying to get CDA and all involved and all too, but it's a drama by itself. But all right, cool. Thanks a lot. Yeah, man.
It's better to try and fail than fail to try.
Yeah, of course.
True,
yeah. Well, sometimes it's then ready to go it, and in the first year of government, it would be kind of foolhardy to try to get this off the ground. But as things start to develop, I am hoping that it gets some kind of traction and can move to a different place. Really, really. Hello, good day.
Hello, good day.
Yes,
I
man.
just thought of an idea, but I had it in my mind for quite a while. Woodbrook, the square in Woodbrook. They should build an open state-of-the-art auditorium for hosting monthly concerts and live entertainment.
You cannot
and
do that in
our
Woodbrook
culture,
because of the noise.
right? Because it's a good venue and it's very populated and people love to come out like when they have
do
the
it because
fan
of
fest
the
and so on.
noise.
So turn that into an open auditorium rather than just having just a square where nobody don't already,
So why we don't have it down in the peninsula? So why we don't have it down in the peninsula where it's not affecting much?
Because he's a shumshalumps.
Hello, good day.
Yes, good day.
Yes.
Johnny really cloud here. I don't know, I feel that the government kind of shying away from certain things to deal with Tagamas and CDA knows what's going on too, simply because I want you to, when you get a chance, just look up the Tadier land dispute. That is all at the title and Google it. And
that has been going on since. That has been
going on for decades.
That's going on from since Manning's time.
Yeah,
but I was part of that protest.
I don't think that is the issue.
That is not the issue there at all. We have a peninsula that we can have carnival 24 hours down in the peninsula.
365.
Nice 365.
Plus
and then when our time comes, you cut off that. And maybe you can run it during carnival too. It may be feasible. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you have to look at the numbers and look at what you can gain from it and what you can, build. Right? Because it is down in the peninsula where it is quiet. Where we could get things
away
going.
from everybody.
You know what I mean? A truck pass down certain parts. You label off certain parts that they can have the noise because you don't want the noise all over. That kind of stuff. You have to manage that. We are headphone fets and all.
But no, but
we are headphone fets. We are fets now. We can put on headphone.
Not only that, like you said, this like you said, New York Carnival, right? Where you said the trucks just come down one straight line, right?
Yeah.
We don't even have to have it as trucks, We could have underground audio cables with boxes set up to the length of the street that all play the same music at the same time.
Yes.
You understand? And they lock off at the same time when they need to lock off at the same time. So you don't have to worry that if you down the road, so you hearing a different song from a different truck up here. It's one band, one song, everybody chipping, going straight down the road. You're getting your footage, your live footage, cameramen in and between the crowd, vloggers in and between the crowd, and you sell this thing. You sell it like thing good.
I wanna do a session maybe next week when Stephan comes back. I think I'll do it with Stephan. In terms of sandals and what took place with sandals because all they had hard. Because somebody don't bring up sandals that somebody all
they just keep bringing up rubber slippers. Stop calling it sandals. It was rubber slippers.
Sandals wasn't putting no money in this project. No money. And we were borrowing $7 billion to put into sandals. All they talk about that. Talk about that first before you talk about anything else.
Listen,
right? Right now we could do it at a
people-
hotel in Tobago, but you have to invest your money. You have to come up with your money. Don't feel it's just
I
so at
do,
all.
I don't know where they
I'm gonna take this
Listen.
call and then I'm gonna play some ads.
Hello, good
Hello, good
morning.
day.
Hello.
Yes, morning.
Yeah, Obi and Mr. X. Listen, I am 78 years and I'm blind and I can see what you're saying.
Okay, he win.
I'm
He win. He win.
Rachel blind, you can see that.
Yeah, because oh God, boy, it's listen. X, I seen it again. I don't
tell
care. I don't care if PNM people get vexed. PNM beat all in with a stupid stick.
Because I sit down listening to when nobody came with the idea, and I like that is a fantastic
brilliant,
idea.
boy.
And I put in my pieces.
And here was the sad part, eh?
Yeah.
I just because you sent it to me and I opened it, but it came up small, so I didn't get to send it to my PC to read it properly. But just the first 2 pages, I did get wild.
And we have it on a phase basis, eh?
Yeah.
The last phase of it, phase 4, is when we build a causeway from Tongue to up here. A causeway when we have money now, when we have money, but
when the money come in.
When the money come in, but the last phase of it is a causeway, so that we have an alternative way out and in. So don't feel caller is a parlor thing we running. We have evaluated almost every step of this in order to make money.
Listen,
and that causeway would be a toll-free causeway.
I don't know, boy.
And we're not toll.
Lack of vision.
I'm paying a toll, sorry. Hello, good day.
Lack of vision, man.
Hello, good day.
Hello.
Yes.
Good day. That is a good idea, Pat.
Yeah, it is. It's brilliant.
And not only that, I am a hiker, and all over Trinidad have hiking place for the tourists.
Right, and if the tourists come off the ship and they want to go on hash, they could go down Macrib side and we provide a hashing trail for them. If they want to use their bike, they could go up and rent a bike and go and do bike.
Plus you had the zipline place on the too.
Waterfalls.
Yeah,
but
different
what
places
the
they could do.
CDA doing? The CDA doing nothing. The CDA closed down.
No, the CDA now form a board, so they're now getting things going. They're now looking at the
Okay,
areas.
well, I would like to live to see that plan more. Just saying it come true.
Don't worry,
Well, I would love to see it too, but as if they would give us a chance, I don't know.
Because look what CDA. When CDA put up them huts down there, the price CDA was charging for people to use them little hut for food was so ridiculous that the hut and them closed down now to the point where door fall off the hut, people just sit down in the hut, do all kind of thing with the hut. CDA, that whole Shagaramas boardwalk thing just wasting away.
All right. Well,
and they refuse to just bring down the money to the hut so that somebody could come and set up and sell food and all these different things. They lack of ideas.
We're going to pay some bills, people, and we're going to come right back.
More ways to stay informed. TTT News covers the stories that matter.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And
people, we're back inside and we are coming to the close of the program. At 12 o'clock, we'll get all 12 o'clock news. And tomorrow, look out for us in Tobago. Yeah, doing what we do best. Right? I'm going to just play this. I'm going to take a call. Let me take a call. Hello, good day.
Yeah, morning.
Morning.
As you all mentioned, CDA, it must have line. This CDA is Shagarama Development Authority.
That's not developing.
The Convention Center, in the last 10 years, it's changed over about 3 times.
What's that?
I don't think they get quarter of the money and they face first aid job to make back also the money that has been spent on that building. That building is just wasting away down there. Wasting away. It had mega farm and other waste. Reggie take your husband and put him on the CDA board and had everybody angry down there because he was an ex-waste at time also. Shagarama's Development Authority needs to start making money for that big piece of land and all down the islands and all the stores and all the tourists that could be going left, right, and back. They need to make some money because all they do is take out of the treasury and they're not making the money. It's something that needs to be highlighted. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, cool, no problem. I'm gonna play nobody's note here. I know you're anxious to get in.
Nobody again. So thank you, caller, for your input. You questioned about the way in and out, that you need a better alternate way in and out. And what you're talking about is a causeway. But the thing is, there's been plans for a causeway for Shagarama for a long time, but no justification. Right? There's not enough justification. They're spending money for that. This project will create that justification. Right? But the reality is that Shagarama will be converted into a tourism place for foreign tourists during the week when Shagarama is woefully underused. Right? I'm down there all the time. Woefully underused. On the weekend, it is even now, on the weekend, it is still woefully underused, but still have a little bit more activity, especially on Mountain, maybe. A little bit of activity. Right? The traffic problem with that road is mainly because the road bad. Once you fix that road, smooth, nice and smooth, you don't have such potholes and places that people have to be slowing down, that will take care of a lot of the flow of traffic problems. But again, it should be naturally restricted. Through tolls and whatever. Who needs to go down there? It have very few people who live down there. And compared to the rest of the country, relatively few people who work down there. Right? That's the point. But the project, is the cart before the horse. The project will justify the causeway. Building a causeway, spending a whole lot of money to build a causeway, and then building the project will be putting the cart before the horse, in my opinion.
Precisely.
And that is
that is the reason why it is in phases. So we have different in the first phase. In the first phase is $2 billion for the government, and them ships and them alone, We ain't talk about businesses coming in and paying tax. We ain't talking about the tax we generating by tolls and all.
And I think the dredging and creating that infrastructure is the easiest.
Well, he said the dredge already, so I don't know. He said the dredge already, but the problem was Chinley owned Termodora, so that's the issue. But that's for another discussion, right? But we are seeing where we can extend the boardwalk all the way down to that side, maybe down to the fish fry. And use the fish fry as a building, of course, for the cruise ship complex kind of thing. Get some boots, get some food, and get the people off the ships into that area, and then they can walk down they could rent a bike. They could rent a bike if they want to ride. If they don't want to take part in the carnival, they could ride next to the boardwalk, as they have a bike path, wherever. They could rent a bike and ride. All nice tax. Yeah. Right? They have, if they want to go down there, you offer them hashing. You offer them mountain bike riding. They could rent a bike and go in the trails down in Macreep. Like where I used to do on a weekend, go down on the trails every weekend. For those who don't want to participate in the carnival. And then you have the carnival crowd now that want to don a costume, get dirty, do the thing, me and Rene Cummins came up with an idea at time to do it in China or somewhere we was going to do it. It's going to do a carnival there. Where you come on, you rent a suit, a whole body suit, and you can get mud and paint and oil and everything on you. And when you're done, you just take off the suit, you fold it back up, put it in your backpack, back on the boat. Them kind of things, them kind of innovative things we're talking about. You know what I mean? And we wanted to, myself and nobody wanted to run this project because we understand what it needs.
Listen, watch out.
To be
I
run.
got so excited already because I excited and a stone even turn.
When they come down, they're coming down to us to, and all we needed was government facilitation, which is a proper road, proper lighting, access to the Ministry of we call it to rent plots. So you're marking out your plots so you can come and set up a booth or set up a bank or wherever it is, and you rent that from the government and you pay a tax on that. So long as you're eating, you're paying a tax. Because so long as people are moving on the road, it will have people buying.
Yeah.
And we don't want an all-inclusive kind of scenario.
Yeah, none of that.
We don't want that.
Yeah.
We want
And that's
people
what I
to
say.
participate in the booths that on along the corridor.
Yeah.
From there
Put it into
to
the average
Shaka
citizen
Cabana.
pocket. Yeah.
Imagine you having a carnival from the top of Tembledora to the end of Shaka Cabana.
Right by
And then you have
Stobblesy.
shuttles bringing you back up the road when the mass done.
Yeah.
And cleaning the streets. You buy two of them washing with the big brush.
Yeah.
And you have them coming up behind the band and you're cleaning These is the kind of things you're talking about. You know, taking a little piece of everything from every carnival of the world and creating your own.
Hold on. Now you understand why this morning, after seeing the little child with the school bag, I didn't get to finish the story, but the child with the school bag, and seeing him head, what happened with the Take the Village to Raise a Child. You see, you all coming from a better community, and you seen this poor mother with these two little children, and the school bags bust up beyond return, and nobody couldn't say, well, let me help this girl get 2 school bags for she children.
Right.
And I decided to do it. My problem, and that is why I tell you, sometimes when I reach here, I just feel sometimes like, I just feel defeated. I just feel like, what am I doing this for? Because the vision that people, the average citizens just have, the ideas, the marketing. You know what you know, it's one of the things that is admired about China. The minute China sees, they see anybody in their community with an innovative idea, the government is going to get them. Just go and get them. Down to the smallest level of innovation. And the reason why I just always remember this is because a lot of people don't know the story of the guy of BYD. Right. A lot of people don't know the story of that car company.
Right.
BYD was never a car company, you know. BYD started off with the idea of a young man who liked to make batteries, you know.
Right.
BYD used to make lithium batteries. And the guy had developed making lithium batteries so good that he decided, let's make a car that runs on my best battery in the world. And his biggest competitor was Tesla, and Tesla laughed at him. Elon Musk laughed at him. He's like, bro, all you know to do is make battery. How you coming to compete with me in the electronic car market? And what the guy said is, I come in to put my battery in a car that will outlast you so badly now that Tesla buys battery from them. The same man who laugh at it is innovation. The problem with us is we don't like to live in the what if world. I like to live in that world. What if? We don't like to give nothing a chance. It's the same thing with the Zozo bill. We didn't want to give nothing a chance. NPOP coming now, they done ready to throw NPOP under the bus. You understand? And the government saying we bring in skills. Now you have X and nobody coming up with a plan. So, listen. The things the nation need to stand up and push for, we don't stand up and push for. And that is why we will get left behind while everybody else moves forward.
That's why I don't appreciate the Prime Minister. When they send that thing with word, she just take note.
She's watch it.
She's take note.
Yeah.
You know, and I hope that our vision is realized at some time when the government has.
I talk to the grapevine. She's watch more videos and.
Yeah,
boy.
All right. Well, I know she's listening, right? So I am hoping that at some point in time when the government has money, they revisit that plan and they let us run it.
It's genius.
All I want you all to do is to form the biggest gas station in the peninsula. That's all I need. The longer the government form the biggest gas station, right,
that will pay for
we'll
itself.
take it from there.
It'll pay for itself.
We'll take it from there. Because it have several different avenues that you will make money on. You understand? But it is what it is. It didn't have no money this time around, so it couldn't be in this budget. Fine, wherever. But we need to really...
I really believe in that message, that Matsman message at TIFF, you know. I feel real people just be running into posts out there, you know. I feel so, boy.
Well, it is what it is. I'm going to pay some more bills, people, and we're going to come right back and close off the show.
Protect yourself from electric shock or death. Before conducting repairs close to overhead lines or the point of connection to your home, contact TN Tech to request a temporary.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Available at any stores where you see a digital sign on the outside. Spot the digital sign, get a new number, preload the data, and more. Spin to win. Win up to $750 weekly in cash. The digital customers can text the word SPIN, S-P-I-N, to 8181 to enter. Enter now for the chance to win cash weekly. Right, so that brings us to the end of the program today.
Make a better version of yourself every day, Trinidad and Tobago.
And aim the dollars of minds of the genius expressing the obvious. So stop walking around the tongue with the blinkers on. It's just me right to our post. Have a good day, TNT, and don't be misguided by Shupper Talk. Shupper Talk is making no sense. That just making more dunce. Right? Don't do
it making sense, nonsense.
Yeah. So do have a great day, people.